Hi, everybody, and welcome to Traveling with Russell, and welcome to a new live stream. Yes, not a new video, but a live stream, and kind of a midweek live stream. This is actually a couple of days delayed, so it is kind of like a bit of a combined birthday live stream slash kind of like subscriber celebration live stream. So it's kind of like a double celebration. So I want to thank everybody who's here early, who basically put some likes on the live stream even before it started. And also to anybody that's joining right now live. And if you may be watching it on a replay and maybe you don't watch to the end, thank you for coming to the live stream. And also, I did actually put 40,000 subscriber celebration as well, like thank you chat, purely because it's actually already past 40,000, and it's now 40,941. So it's kind of 41,000 subscriber celebration. I'm kind of lost for words now. Just if you are watching for the first time, I can't read Russian. So if you're typing in Russian, and obviously you may be from Russia or from somewhere else in the world, thank you. Spasiba. I can speak a tiny bit of Russian, but I can't read it. So hopefully what you're writing is nice. Also, I don't think today we might not have a moderator in the chat. So if anybody wants to volunteer to be a moderator, especially someone who knows Russian language, it would be kind of helpful. I'd be more than willing to add a moderator to the chat. Maybe somebody new. We have already a couple, but not everybody's always in all of the live streams. So Bebel Cruising, who's been a very long, probably one of the original subscribers of the channel, and also one of the channel members as well. Thank you for the super chat. It's very nice of you. Happy birthday. Here's a birthday gift. You can use it to get some Fanta. Now I've cut myself off from the picture here. But just back here is the Dobra Cola brand, or Dobra brand. But I got the Dobra passion fruit one. They did actually have the Dobra Fanta, or Fanta, I guess. My usual one, which I've shown quite a few times, is the Chernogolovka Mandarin right here. So I did. This is my normal go-to drink. Actually, the other one that I like a lot. So yeah, we're going to be a bit off track here a little bit, but is the Chernogolovka Baikal. And if anyone doesn't know, it's basically kind of like a cola, more of a generic cola, but it's got a taste of pine cones. You can see the pine cones on the side of the bottle. So interesting. Yeah, so I did that's why I was a little bit delayed by doing the live stream start time. My wife realized that she'd run out of bottled water. My wife drinks a lot of bottled water rather than tap water. And I had to nip down to the store downstairs. It's called Krasnobile, red and white store. And it's basically an alcohol store, which is strange, but it's kind of a convenience store, and it's got milk, water, bread, eggs, cheese, lots of snacks. So I went down and grabbed myself a drink, and I got my wife some bottled waters that I left in the hallway, actually. So yeah, thank you, Bebel. It's very appreciated. Yeah, if there's going to be lots of people here, I do try to read as much of the chat as possible. Really do. Sometimes I get way behind. So I'm sorry. I'm Woodworkman. Happy birthday. Thank you for the happy birthday. El Fuego, happy birthday from Seattle. Yes. So my birthday was, by the way, it was on the 3rd of November. So we are quite a few days after 3rd of November. My wife's birthday was last month on the 5th of October. And actually, she had her birthday party last night with the friends in her salon. One of the other girls had a birthday, so they kind of did like a double celebration. So yeah, El Fuego, thank you. Again, I can't read Russian, so if anyone's putting Russian commentary. I'm assuming it's all good. Hello, happy birthday, Maximusino. Thank you. Happy birthday. Chloric, I think he did say some nice things and then some not so nice things, so I'll take it all. Water in Krasnobila, yes. I had to just, literally, it's in the same building, so I go down in the elevator from my level to, obviously, the ground level, and it's downstairs. We have a series of little shops in our building here, so, yes, Stormilius. Nelly, again, another long-time watcher of the channel. Hello. NG, hello. I know you watched also before. Artman, happy birthday. Thank you. Artman, thank you. NG. Aerovost, hello. Hey, Russell. Yes. How's it going? Maximosino again. Thank you. Alexei, Zdravstvuyte. Hello. I just came to your channel yesterday. It's interesting to watch Moscow. Thank you. Yeah, it's very interesting the amount of people who are Muscovites. I'm in Moscow region, so I'm just a little bit out of the exact region of Moscow, but Muscovites who have watched my channel and put very nice comments. There's a ton, like literally a ton of comments on the channel, and a lot of obviously a lot of positive comments. And then there's a lot of people who have like, why am I watching a supermarket video of a supermarket where I live? Why am I watching a Pitorichka video or I didn't go to Magnet, but Globus, or I did a Lenta video together with a friend a while back. I see a lot of people watching that. Happy birthday, your newborn Russian. Yes. Even your name is Russell. Yes. Yes, Russian Russell. Yes, thank you. Where do you get a YouTube play? Oh, when do you get one? Yes, at 100,000 is the official plate, I guess you can call it. Yeah, you get one at 100,000, million, and 10 million, and 100 million. But the only problem at the moment is my channel is registered technically in Australia. So if I did get one of these plaques, basically, if anyone's seen them before, they won't ship it to Russia. So if any Russian YouTubers pass that amount, or I would inside Russia at the moment. So yeah, I can get one, but it'll end up being posted to my house in Australia. I'm hoping all of the Russian, again, if anyone would like to be a moderator who speaks Russian, I'm happy. Oh, Ironwood Workman, if you know Russian, that would be good. You can sort of, oh, I forgot that you're one of the moderators. You're happy to delete or add anything. I'm sorry if you're watching for the first time and somebody's putting something unfriendly in the chat. I can't always help that, you know? So, yeah, anything that's got questions or bomb. Oh my gosh, I can't pronounce this. Bombor Yurvik 1337. Happy birthday. How am I doing? I'm doing very well today. I didn't go out today. I stayed home. I'm preparing a new video. I'm trying to prepare. I'm actually trying to prepare 2 videos. If anyone did read the community post from last night, I think I did it this morning. I asked which video you guys want to see next. And everybody voted for the video that I haven't filmed yet, which is the Belarus supermarket. I found a brand new opened made in Belarus store. And I wanted to go film there for a couple of weeks. And the actual people that run it or own it, I don't know who they are, sent me a Telegram message asking me would I like to come and make a video there. And it's kind of strange because it's like I was going to come and film in there anyway, and it's quite local to where I live. And it's brand new. It's been open literally a few weeks, maybe a month now. So it was kind of weird that they sent me a message. How they found me on Telegram, I don't know how people find me on Telegram. I guess people do a little bit of oh, how do you say investigative? Investigative. Sorry, I'm not always perfect with my English, so excuse me. Sam Kate, hello. Yeah, I'm doing good today. I didn't go out, so I guess if you don't go out, and it wasn't a lazy day though. I did get some things done with the channel and commenting and replying. So happy birthday, Metro, EKB Metro. There we go. Ingram, instead of cola, drink I am. much healthier. Iram? I'm not sure what Iram is. Is that a brand here in Russia? I don't know the brand. So, now is the comments going a little bit faster. Oh my gosh. I knew already this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. Annie, happy birthday. Artman, I think that's Chernogolovka Mandarin is the best for never year. for never your. When everybody doesn't create their, I guess their Google account name, it's always interesting that the names that come up. It's 10 in the morning here, Janice Lauren. Yes, it's 8:25 p.m. here in Moscow, by the way. I decided to do this a little bit earlier than usual because I do notice there is analytics that tell you when is the best time to post a video. And realistically, for my channel, it's between about 5 or 6 p.m. till about 9 p.m., which I thought it was a lot later than that, but the kind of the bigger amount of people watching the channel tend to watch it earlier. So happy birthday from Poland. Oh, dzień dobry. Thank you. Chernogolovka is awesome, but not enough bubbles and sparkles in comparison with cola. Not sure how to properly say it in English. Yeah, not enough gas. I guess you could say bubbles and gas because it's basically like carbonated soft drink. Yeah, bubbles is a good answer though. So I wonder if we'll get to 41,000. I just noticed it ticked over then. Maybe it won't. I didn't put subscriber only mode on today, which is normally the one which encourages people to subscribe if they want to comment, and I didn't switch that on. So Forza, again, I'm not sure. Something about Moscow. Am I in Moscow or something about Moscow? Till when are you planning to live in Russia? At the moment, it's kind of short term. Probably longer. It's already in a year that I've been here full time now, more than a year. The plan was roughly 1 or 2 years. Obviously, some things are happening at the moment that's making things a little more challenging. But it may be longer. At the moment, between my wife and I, we're not sure. Hello, Comrade Russell. Yes. Leo Verdin. I'm watching on my TV, Winnie. Wow. Nice. I always fear that my quality of my stream is not as good as it should be. My plan is to buy a external camera and then actually use that as the streaming camera. That's my dream, to do that, actually, to have a better camera than what I'm using. But for now, not. Evening, Grim Maple. Hello. Grim Maple. Maybe you sent me the email about the burger place. I wonder. Somebody emailed me asking about coming for burgers somewhere, but I was trying to look up the name of the place because obviously if it's on the other side of Moscow, it's a long way to go for a burger. Although I love burgers, right? I think you guys know my favorite things, right? Burgers, cola, chocolate. What else? Pilmeni. There's not a lot of things that make me happy. So how old are you today? 46. Unfortunately, 46. I'm not. I think you're not meant to reveal your age, are you? I think I'm meant to not say it. By the way, I got a haircut yesterday as well, so I'm looking a little bit tidied up. Sometimes you'll notice I look very rugged, and then some days I look very nice. Lacey, hello. Happy birthday, Russell. Yes, hello, Lacey. Sorry, what is sown is reaped. 41,000 subscribers. Congratulations. Greetings from Spain. Oh, thank you. My friend sent me a message this morning. He was on a cruise ship in La Coruña in Spain. And then they were going to Vigo. I think is Vigo in Portugal? Vigo's in Spain, I think, as well, isn't it? I don't know all my Spain cities, but he was in La Coruña about 2 days ago on a cruise ship. The Carnival celebration. It sailed from Southampton. It's going to Miami, and it's doing a few European stops and then doing the transatlantic. So, yeah. A Prelivka. I think that's definitely a Prelivka. I don't know the rest of it, but yes, I am in a Prelivka. I do tell people that I live here, So if you're watching from a Prelivka, that's just out the window. We can't see it. It's just off the side of the screen. Oh, you live near me, so that's cool. There you go. Yes, catch the red metro. If anyone's in Moscow, I'd catch the red line metro till Salarevo or Salara shopping center, then the marshrutka to Prelivka, where I am here. So yes, again, sorry if I can't read out. If they don't want me to read out some of the Russian comments. Yeah, only Miratok didn't want you to film. Yes, this is very interesting. We have a Miratok up the street from me. If anyone, maybe you watched the video about me just showing all the stores right where I live. And I have asked a couple of times, literally, I've just asked the guard there, because there's kind of a nice, well-dressed, suit-wearing guard. And I really should just be a bit more assertive and say that I can film in there. I'm allowed to film in there. There's no restrictions. And just do it. Because it is a very nice supermarket chain, is Miratok. But yeah, they're the only ones that have given me kind of pushback from filming. Yeah, Perikrostok for, I keep wanting to say forever, for never. That will be my next video. I think it's either going to be the Perikrostok one or the perfume shop, and then I'm going to maybe go tomorrow and film the video at the Belarus store, depending on the time tomorrow. So, but yes, I did a nice walk around of a Perikrostok, the one at Afia Mall. Afia Mall? If you know that, in Moscow Center. If anyone's from Russia, of course, you probably know the places I'm mentioning. I hope I'm not talking too fast, by the way. Please let me know if I'm talking too fast. So yeah, again, anything that's in Russian. We find it interesting, Russell. Next take us to bakeries. Oh, I'm waiting for your sour cream cinnamon roll bun cake. Oh. There isn't a lot of like bakeries as in bigger bakeries. They're more like cafes and little more convenience store type bakeries. There isn't like bigger kind of bakery style things. I do have something in the works though about bread. And somebody reached out to me today on Telegram about coming to a bread factory. Now you mentioned it. I wonder if you're telepathic, Winnie. Yes. This could be very interesting video, or a series of videos, because it might end up being 2 videos. And someone's asked me to come to see a bread factory. So I wonder if anyone would be interested in that. I would be, because I think it's just a cool idea, especially where it fits what I'm doing in the videos. So they threw me into the propaganda furnace. I don't think so. I know everyone's mentioned that word since a lot of months ago, probably the whole time my channel's been going. It's just over a year now. And I've had that word mentioned over and over and over. So happy birthday, Russell. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I was getting somewhere to eat. I was getting something to eat. Just got back. Oh, no worries. I understand. I am woodworker. Sorry. Congratulations. Oh, Faith Russat. Thank you. I have a class now. Good vibes. Thanks. Yeah, actually, somebody yesterday messaged me. Everyone's messaging me now. And if you guys want to reach out on Telegram, it's an app. If you don't have it, if you're not from Russia, probably you don't know about it. It's similar to WhatsApp. It's similar to Messenger. But it's kind of like the Russian version, if you like, of WhatsApp. Hugely popular here. There is the group, Traveling with Russell Telegram group or Telegram channel that I created. And there is a chat as well. So there is an option to chat back and forward, which I really don't mind integrating into. Thank you for your channel about the truth of Russia. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm just showing the shops, shopping centers. I mean, I've not done any of these empty shopping center videos for some time now. Go back to this screen. Empty shopping center videos. I kind of tend to just go to the ones where I travel through to go to shopping centers. I haven't intentionally gone to one to film, that empty store kind of a type one. So yeah, thanks for the encouragement. How people reacting when you're walking in markets and record videos. You have more easy to understand English than US bloggers. That's better to learn language. Thank you, Stormilius. Yeah, look, very, very typically, nobody gives me any problems or any hassle, if you want to call it that. Most people just, if you notice in a lot of the videos, people turn their head and look around because, if they're just doing their daily shopping, or you guys go shopping wherever you live, and then suddenly someone's speaking a different language in that store, especially like where I went to the Eurospa, for instance. I was in Tropolistan, which is basically a suburb of Moscow. And, it's quite a random place for a guy speaking English to start having his phone filming things, So one guy that worked there, like, thanked me, shook my hand. It's so good, asked me where I was from. But, in that whole video, nobody even asked anything or questioned. Sometimes you might get one customer who's just not happy about life. And when I filmed that little bit in Chizhik and Dar, when I think the title was Russia's newest supermarket. And actually, I went to film at the Chizhik store, and then I realized that Dar had opened the same day I was there, and I really kind of slipped up with making the video properly. And there was a lady right before, I didn't even go walk inside, and I was in the hallway of the store about to go in, and this lady just, oh my gosh, for 10 or 15 minutes, she didn't stop talking to me in Russian, and I just told her, look, I don't understand. And she kept going and going and going. She asked to call like the administrator of the store. He comes out and he's like, it's no worry. He explained to her that he's allowed to film. He's going to make a video. It's no problems. And they were completely happy. Yeah, thank you for saying that my English is easy to listen to and easy to hear and interact with. That's very nice. When am I planning to live in Russia? For now, we're here, so is it true that there's a lot of terribly big insects in Australia? There is spiders. Yeah, snakes there are, but mostly in either older suburbs where there's older housing, like especially here with a lot of country houses and dutches. If this was Australia with dutches and country houses, my gosh, the snakes and spiders, it'd be like their heaven. Where I was living in Perth, it was, a modern, newer building that I was living in and house. So there's not really that, possibility of snakes and spiders. We did have some problems with birds and breeding seasons of birds. The magpies like to swoop on the people walking in the parks and on the streets and stuff. And the park right across from our house, we had like bird swooping warnings. Yeah, sharks are a problem. I always mention this, that people forget about the sharks in Australia. Glad your subs are growing. Yeah, slowly. It might make it to 41,000 today. I wonder. It might. The actual more my goal, I guess it's a very hard goal to reach, is to get a video with 1 million views. That's really one of my goals that I'm trying to reach. So I loved your channel. Want to be a moderator? Yeah. Do you understand Russian? That's Lenny. That's the key thing I need, is someone that understands Russian language. That would be kind of critical for me. So early Merrick. Am I reading? What am I doing here? My screen keeps scrolling to the same things I've read already. Sorry, guys. What's going on? Oh, that's crazy. What's happened there? Okay. So it's a sour milk soft drink, Forever New. Go to GCC and work as a shop manager without any taxes. I'm not sure what GCC is, but I'm watching from Turkey, and you're Russian. Oh, здравствуйте. How's Turkey at the moment? It looks very sunny from videos that I've watched. I'm missing the story about what I do in Russia. Yes, I don't do a lot. I don't work while I'm here. I'm essentially making YouTube videos for now. I do have a residency to live here. I've got that visa in my passport. I have got registration for the address that I'm registered in, I guess, if you want to call it that. So yeah, I'm married. My wife is from Ufa originally. We've been married now 4 years. We met 10 years ago, way back. We met in Thailand when we were both on separate holidays. Yeah, and for now I'm making YouTube videos. Whether or not that'll prove to be successful, I'm still kind of gradually waiting to see, if I need to change my, I don't know, path. Is that the right word? Bear Bull, it's 48 degrees here in Bay Area. So in Moscow, we wouldn't be far off the same temperature. It's now 8:40 p.m., by the way. That 11's wrong. So it's actually quite warm. It's going to cool down to kind of +1, +2, +3 by next week. So in the kitchen, it's 26.3. That's pretty much about the same temperature always in here. I haven't had the window open for a few hours, so it's kind of warmed up with the central heating on. So why don't you learn Russian? I'm trying to learn. It's just very hard. I'm not a good learner, if that makes sense. Happy birthday. Thank you. Yes. Belarus. I didn't really like the Bella Cola. I'm sorry. I know everybody likes it and it's everywhere. And when I do that Belarus store video, obviously their Belarus brand is going to be front and center everywhere in that shop. It's not a full-fledged supermarket. It's like a mini mart, but it's a brand new supermarket that's open. So actually from Turkey, Iran is a drink of Asia, Turkey. Especially try one from Turkey. Oh, thank you. Eragos. Hello, I guess. Will your wife join the stream? I think people are interested to meet her. Artman, we need to convince her to be in the stream. Tonight, for sure, she won't because she's already laying down. She kind of has a 9 p.m. sleep time. She gets up early in the mornings for work. So she likes to be kind of like zoned out by about 9 p.m. in the evening. So I'm a bit of a night owl. I'll stay up much later than she does. So Ariana May, you're in a small town in Russia. Watching from a small town. Happy. Thanks and many happy returns. Thanks. Yeah, it was a few days ago now. But actually yesterday when we went down to my wife's kind of birthday celebration, it was kind of like added on together. We all had mini cakes made. So I saw Dr. Pepper today. It was from Poland. Oh, yeah. Most of the Dr. Peppers that you find here should have the white sticker on, which obviously reference that it's imported, but it's just where it's coming from. So you make great content. I like it, and I'm learning English, and you very much helped me. Thanks. I wonder if I could kind of double down on this somehow. It seems to be a very constant comment that everybody likes my English speaking. Thank you, by the way, Lorraine, for the $10. My gosh, I'm very bad. I can read English, but I've hardly take it by ear, but I can improve my skills. Russell, how do you think the situation will change for the better with the advent of the Republicans? Now, 1,000%, I don't bring politics into the channel, at least 100% or more. So I really don't want to comment politically about things because I've never done that even before all of this, before living here all these years. And I don't want it to kind of change. Obviously, there's a balance of power change in the US since, I guess, a couple of days ago, depending on what day the elections were. So, yeah, I don't really want to talk about. I'm sorry if people aren't happy about me not talking about politics, but it's just something that I've never kind of brought into the channel. So I often drink Chinagolovka pears. Yes, I don't have any at the moment here. I did look for it in the store today. The Krasnobila I go to, like, obviously day to day, they in stock, out of stock, in stock, out of stock. It's very all over the place with the what they have. It is enough sparkles. When it's first opened, it has enough sparkles, but one day after, the soda becomes syrup. Yeah, that's the problem with buying the 2-liter bottles. You've really got to buy. I mean, I've done that here with this Baikal, but if you get the smaller kind of liter or liter and a half ones, it's not as much of a problem. Happy birthday, Lenny. Oh, thank you. Am I reading too much? Is the worst place for Moscow's the worst place for burgers. Sure. I went to Fosh actually on my birthday. That's when we had burgers at Fosh. I call it Fawa, Faw, Fosh. And that's where we had burgers for my kind of birthday dinner, if you like. My wife wanted to go for there's an Asian kind of place. We ended up at the burger place. Sorry. If you're in Moscow, best burgers are in Kuznetsky Mosque. I read about this, Alexander, about Predator today. I read a Zen post about like the top 5 burger places, and this Predator. I know Kuznetsky Mosque where you're talking about, and I read about that one in the top 5. The truth, the power. Thank you for happy birthday. Thank you. I like your videos. Thanks for being honest and unbiased. Yes. It does, sometimes when I listen to myself talking about the supermarkets, I do feel like I'm, this is amazing, that's amazing, but it really is. And it's hard to be negative. I mean, I'm always a positive person anyway. I mean, there's not a lot of things I dislike, and I don't like to say the word hate, but heavily dislike, or I don't, feel comfortable about talking about. So, thank you. By the way, happy birthday. Thank you, Winnie. Yes. What area in Moscow do you live in, man? I live in southwest of Moscow, Moscow region, I guess, Aprelivka, if you know it. Narofominsk, basically Vnukovo Airport, and a little bit further down Kiev Chaussee or Kiev Highway. So, yes, congratulations on the subscribers. Someday my channel will grow that big, and I hope, again, congratulations. Thank you. Oh, you have a channel as well. City Girl Homestead. That's an interesting channel name. Happy birthday, Russell. Thank you, Caroline. Have you been living in Russia for a long time? Essentially, since I met my wife 10 years ago. I made my first trip about 6 months later. So on and off for 10 years. Probably more in the last few years, full time. We did travel back to Australia for just over a year essentially during the COVID kind of lockdown. We were there. So wishing you a great life and much adventures. Thank you. Again, I can't pronounce any of these names. I should have a translator nearby. Tiamat, thank you for happy birthday as well. Do people on the streets just assume you're a Russian and start speaking to you in Russian? Yeah, Janice, interesting. Most people, when they hear me speaking English, they think I'm an American. And they'll say Amerikansky. And I quickly kind of correct them and say that I'm Australian. I guess everybody thinks that when they hear English, it's American. So I'm always correcting that more so. If someone like that lady at that supermarket, when she just started talking, she obviously didn't speak any English to start with and didn't sort of change her conversation of speaking in English because she obviously couldn't. So it's funny that the first video I saw of you was a walk around Solaris, and I live very close to it. Oh, you live in Romantsova. Oh, yes. I know Romantsova. Actually, I went there about a year ago now, to the homewares market there, the big multi-level crazy home market there. I'd say it's crazy because it is. And that's pretty much my only time I've ever got off at Romantsova station is to go to that home market there. It's like 4 or 5 levels. I don't know how many levels that building is. But yeah, Solaris or Salarevo is my usual stop to get off the metro and then go home from there. So you live in a Prelivka soon, hopefully. Yes, MSD. I think, isn't it MCD 4? You can use the speedy MSD 4. Yes, they keep saying it's going to be open. It's going to be open. I'm thinking this year. Now it's going to be obviously next year. The Prelivka part of it's completely finished. The station's been built for more than a year now, at least a year. But I guess some of the other stations along the line aren't completely finished, so they probably want them all opened together, I guess. Scott, happy birthday. Oh, thank you, Scott. Happy birthday. Hope you're having a great day. May God be with you and your family. Thank you for all of the kind messages there and emojis. Hello, Curl. Just got back when the computer isn't there. When the complainer isn't there. Yes. Oh, it would kind of spoil I'm very truthful in the videos that I make. So I tend to go and film something and put it on the channel within a day or so. I'm not, some YouTubers are 1, 2, 3 weeks behind their content. So I wouldn't want to go back in there now and say, this opened today, literally, when it opened 2 weeks ago. I guess I could still work on the aspect of it being a brand new supermarket. I was literally there 8 hours after it opened. Be good to know to go there for the opening where they cut the ribbon and everything. That would be kind of fun, but I tend to find out things always after the fact. So, yes, Food City. Yes, I have a contact there who works in the corporate offices of Food City. When I went there once just to walk around and go for something to eat, I kind of wanted to film, and I got essentially taken to the offices of the Food City company, and I now have a connection there. So we're arranging a day when we can get escorted around, I guess, and be able to film without anybody questioning us, because everybody asked me about Food City, Food City, Food City. So if anyone is not in Russia, it's kind of one of the main wholesale food, I guess, warehousing, supply buildings. It's a massive place. It's 2 levels, but it's huge levels. Oh my gosh. And then the cross docks outside all the trucks where all the food, essentially all the food and fruit and vegetables come in and out of. It's insane there. Yeah, I do want to definitely go film there. We're trying to arrange it. I've got another friend who I'm going to bring together with, and we're going to make a video probably not together. We'll make our own video separately, walking around there. So, wow, you're English man in Russia. Yes. Or in Moscow. Golinsky game. Yes, there is a few other English people here that I know, and there's some Australians as well. Scottish people I know here as well. Hello from the Urals. Wow. A long way away. Again, if anyone's writing in Russian, I don't understand. I'm sorry. You look like Jack Black. Hello, by the way. Bomberman, yes. You look like Jack Black. Thank you. How can you donate? I just see that come up a little earlier. I guess the fact that for most Russians, their super chat, super sticker, super thanks doesn't work. If you're inside Russia, I'm not sure which other countries doesn't work, but there is a link to my SberBank. Now, I don't promote this. I don't mention it really. I just put it in there because I put it in there. There's PayPal as well, but SberBank is my bank that I have. And if you really wish to donate and put it towards the channel, you're welcome to use that. Basically, it's the phone number. You can do phone-to-phone transfer. I do it when I pay for my marshrutka, when I send the driver my money to get the bus to the shopping center. So yeah, if you want to do that, Dimitri, that would be very nice, very kind of you. He is from Australia. Yes, I'm originally from Perth, Australia. And now I'm here in Russia. Yes. Take us there, Russell. Annie, yes, I'm excited about it. I heard about it only today. And it's just crazy, this kind of contact. Someone messaged me about it, but it's not for it'll be at least 2 or 3 weeks away, minimum. Have you visited Krasnobyle? These stores offer lots of alcohol, funny price on snacks. Yes, I have done a video there at the one where I was earlier buying my stuff. I think it's like Russian liquor store. I don't remember what the title of the video is. Russian liquor store is the name of the video, and it's the actual thumbnail is like the actual Krasnobyle store with like eggs and an arrow, because I point out the cheap eggs there. So I probably should just go to a different one and make a new video, but this is my local one, and they don't mind me walking around. So, by the way, we've got 221 thumbs up. Thank you, by the way. Thank you, everybody, for thumbs ups. It's very nice of you. And My goal is always to reply to every comment. Okay, on the stream here, I'm trying to keep up with it. But on videos now, the video that kind of got a bit of notoriety in Russia a few days ago has now got over 12,000 comments. So it's obviously impossible to comment on every video anymore. I am kind of doing about an hour a day of just scrolling through and replying to some. Obviously, the Russian ones I Google Translate back and forward. So yeah, out of the oven bread. Yes. Yes. I'm looking forward to this. I don't know. I mean, is there anybody who's would be excited to go to a bread factory? I guess only me, who has a passion for retail and supermarkets and shops. It makes sense to invite me, I guess. So made videos about visiting Russian shops. Yes, I guess I am. So and who is they? About going to the bread factory. I'm not going to mention it for now. I'm going to keep it as a bit of a secret. Got to keep some secrets, right? Mamansk Nelly, thank you. Yes, have a nice birthday party. We kind of had something yesterday with my wife's work colleagues. My birthday, we went for dinner. I mentioned this. We went to Fash burger place because it's got I think they're very nice burgers. Some people don't say that, but I think they're good. Thank you for your videos. You're cool. Thank you. Thanks everybody who's commenting. The truth about Russia, Valley joke. Yeah, it's like the truth. I guess there's like the what was the American? He wasn't the president. What was he was like the president elect. He did the one about climate change quite a few years ago. He did that documentary about climate change and the effects on the environment. And that wasn't that the I don't know, it's something about truth. It was like truth about the environment, particularly in America. It was mostly centered around, but I don't remember the name of that one. So, and what's popular? And what popular places in your city? Every city has attractions. I'm not sure. In Aprelivka, we don't have a lot of attractions that I'm aware of. Anyway, it's a small town here, so. Have you thought about making a Boosty account? It's a Russian version of Patreon. I haven't. No, actually, I just noticed someone put there about donation alerts. I need to kind of set that up because I know that's very popular with Russian YouTubers, I guess, as well. I don't know about Boosty. I'm not really doing streaming more than maybe once a week or twice a week sometimes. And I'm not kind of like one of those Twitch or game streamers that really, make a deal of that. So, Russell, thank you, Curl. I think a bread factory would be cool. Yes, Winnie. Does Russell have an American accent? I cannot tell. Yeah, most people tell me I don't. Actually, yesterday I was out with somebody filming, and the lady I was with there said also, "Ooh, let's just pull that up. Look at that. We're going to get past 40,000, 41,000. So yeah, I guess I don't have an accent really. My Pixel Life. Oh, hello, Pixel Life. Oh, my Pixel Life. My life pixeled. Sorry. Yeah, I have an Aussie accent. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, we're going to go down the pub and have some beers. I don't really have very, very Russian accent, but Chizek St. Petersburg has Chizek. Yeah, I've got to say Chizek. I was saying it wrong, and I've been corrected a lot that I said it wrong. Forever was taken, and I misspelt it. So I think a lot of Russian people are camera shy. They just don't like talking about it or talking about anything really. Yeah, I guess generally that's, it's hard to find people who want to be on camera or want to at least not talk about things right now, but just generally. So thank you to the couple of people doing super chats here. I think they might have popped off the screen. Snake spiders and falling koalas. Yes. Oh, now it's just gone nuts on me. There we go. Yeah, Lorraine, thank you very much for $10. It's very, very appreciated of you to do that. I'm sorry it doesn't show the little icon when you do the super chat. Where are you work? Yeah, I don't work. I do YouTube. YouTube is work. YouTube is hard work. I'm going to be very honest. YouTube is not easy. There's a little element of luck sometimes. You can grind away at it. I mean, you need to do 30, 40, 50 videos to get anywhere. And you can still be nowhere, you know. The stream. Why is your milk just standing there out of the fridge? Everast. Okay, so I have a friend who tends to not be in the live stream, who likes to comment on the videos afterwards about what's on the counter here, because I keep not realizing that there's things on the counter behind me. That's kind of our little island, our end of the kitchen here, and I kind of purposely put the couple of things there. You can leave milk out in Russia. It's not really a problem. You shouldn't, but it's not a problem. But it was an intentional kind of thing to see if anybody mentioned it. Particularly my friend will, if he might watch the live stream, he'll watch the replay anyway. So visit the meta of your city. Yeah, we've got the Palace of Culture. I guess that's pretty common in a lot of Russian cities. Yeah, I'm Scorpio. Yes. I'm a Scorpio. Slava Ruzia. The taxi driver yesterday said that to me, and I don't normally hear it from people too often, but the taxi driver said it. Have I been to B&B Burgers in Nikolskaya Street? No. I do know the name of the place, but I've not been there. I don't really like going out all the time on my own to places. I want my wife to come sometimes, but she's working a lot, so from Russia with love, Tis False Sim. Thank you. Happy birthday, Russell. Was it hard to get the Russian visa? It was a long process. I wouldn't say it's hard. The problem you've got in Russia is not everything is close by. And people who live in Moscow or the region or wherever will know that things aren't just down the road to do something. You've got to go across Moscow 1 or 2 hours to do one document. You've got to come back to another place. You've got to go to collect something from another place. And they send you to a specific, like for the medical, I had to go to a specific clinic to do that, which is somewhere else. So once you've got all the documents and you just lodge it, you're good. But it's a little of a long process. I wouldn't say it was difficult. My wife's visa for Australia was far harder. Most of that I did online and electronically, but just gathering the information and making the documents and making the spreadsheets and like letters was hard. I'd say my wife's one was far harder than the Russian one was. Lots of Russians are paranoid of cameras, bad enough that there are cameras everywhere, no privacy. Yes, Terry, it's very true. There is essentially CCTV everywhere in every city in Russia. Even in smaller places, there are. Stop posting about Z. Yes, we already know. It's already a thing. Yeah, use the right. Dobro večer. Yes, thank you, Mirage. Do you go into Moscow or St. Petersburg? I pretty much only am in Moscow and Moscow Oblast. People told me don't say Moscow region, say Moscow Oblast. I am planning a trip to St. Petersburg soon. I haven't got a Russian passport. I've got an Australian passport with a Russian residency visa in it. The obviously couple of years from now, there'll be the possibility to get a Russian passport after I get full residency. We just recently got contacted that we can do the second stage of the residency visa for Russia now. We just need to get a couple of documents, a couple more documents. They love documents in Russia. They love paper documents, everything paper documents. So happy birthday. Thank you. Again, I can't pronounce everyone's names. And if I did, I'd get it wrong. Yes, back of me says dobro. Yes. Yeah, this is the dobro, I guess, passion fruit, I'm going to call it. I'm not sure. In Australia, we have Passiona. It's very similar to Passiona in Australia. Hello. Hi, Moscow. Yes. 9 degrees in Moscow. Yes, I'm 7.6. It says for Perelivka where I am. And on my Google, it says 7 Celsius. This is Celsius, by the way. So it's probably warmer in Moscow, maybe. What's your favorite meal here? Probably, okay, my wife makes a lot of Western food. Things like chicken and rice and beef and pork, salads, pilmeni, I like. I know it's probably a boring thing to most Russians watching, but pilmeni with a bit of sour cream or some tomato ketchup, you can't beat it sometimes. And it's kind of a meal that's always available. You've always got a bag in the freezer. Hello from Stalingrad. Здравствуйте. Hot weather. Yes, it is very warm today. And kind of yesterday was a bit cooler, but it's going to get colder after a few more days. Oh, hello from Ekaterinburg. Hello. People all over the place. Anybody outside of Russia, please, if anyone's not in Russia, let me know. You know any other languages? I don't know. I know poquito español. I know a few words in Spanish. Abacaba is Indonesian. Bashir. Bagus is like thank you. Yes, 1 degree in Ekaterinburg, so mud's everywhere. Yes, it's cooling down slowly. Did you see that you were on Russian television? Can you talk about it, please? Scott, I didn't know about it, that I was going to be on it, and I only knew about it that day or later on that day. My wife got calls at work. She got some messages at work. I've now since got people who are outside of Russia who watch Russian news online and apps, streaming. So yeah, somebody obviously saw one of my videos. They, the one that's got the 13,000, it's nearly 1 million views, 900 and something thousand now. But they talked about the fact that it had 11,000 comments, and talking about a foreign vlogger in Russia making videos about how well stocked the supermarkets were. And I think this was the video that I made at Globus a while back. I like to go to Globus, not because it's a big store, not because it's amazing, if you want to say amazing. It's because it's very camera friendly. It's also convenient for where I live. And it's easy for me to make videos there. So, you can argue it's not the typical store, of course, the typical Russian supermarket. That's why I've tried to back it up by going to OK, going to Da, going to Pitorichka. So yeah, it's really a shock to see all these a lot of online articles about the same video. And I did notice just today, I don't know the name of it. It's the Russian version of Reddit. Is it something like Peekaboo or Pikachu or something? Somebody posted in there. So yeah, it's very, very, very interesting, honestly and truly. This is probably why the channel's grown so fast. I just put that thing up there, 4115. Probably that's a big reason why it's grown a few thousand subscribers, maybe 10,000 in about a week, which is just insane. So yeah, yes, Halen Pace, Pikachu, yes. The Russian version, I only found that out about an hour ago before this live stream about it. So that was pretty crazy to see that I got shared. I was going to say Shan. It was shared into that. Blogging Trucker, hi, 41,000 subscribers. And you're the one that was telling me about making YouTube videos. Thank you. For anyone who doesn't know Blogging Trucker, we met when I was working on cruise ships 4 years ago now, or more or so. And we talked a lot about YouTube back then as well. So, yes. How many years have you lived in Moscow? I've lived here now roughly about 9 years all up. I have traveled back and forward, to Australia twice, to America to go to work a few times. I've had to go back to work after not doing videos. I've got to go back to real life sometimes. So yeah, 9 years essentially from the first time I come after I met my wife originally. So why Moscow? My wife is living here. She was living in this exact same building in one level up. So we've just changed levels in our building. Go to Barnaul. I'm not sure where Barnaul is. Yes, sorry. Again, the live stream is going far quicker than I can catch up. I'm very, very sorry. It's not my intention. Well, I guess it was my intention to get people to watch, but I appreciate people who are watching live. Again, 300 likes. How is possible 300 likes and 200 watching? I don't know, but yes. Happy birthday. Thank you, Belinda. Sing Russian songs and learn the words in English. Oh, that would be crazy. I'm trying to just learn Russian words. I don't know about Russian songs. My gosh, I'll be well out there doing that. Keep up. You keep ghosting the person who is trying to contact you to set up an interview. Yes. Not ghosting them. I guess you could say that. I guess I'm just not replying to them, if that's the right word. I'm sorry. Make a video about the cheapest products for what you find in the markets and try it. Mam Samo. Yeah, I guess, look, we buy a lot of fruit and vegetables. We buy a lot of fresh food here. You can get cheap potatoes, and potatoes are potatoes, right? Someone will argue that there's 11 types of potatoes and there's better ones, but I haven't been to Altai. No, I've been to Ufa, and that's about as far as I've traveled away from Moscow. My wife is from there, and she's now just talking about us going there for December, for New Year. So if that works out, she's trying to arrange with her auntie over there and her cousin. Thank you on 40,000. Yes. Do you like living in Russia? What are your advantages, disadvantages? Well, that's a long answer. I probably need to make a separate video about all these specific questions. I do like living here. I've enjoyed it probably from the first trip I came here a long time ago. Much more hesitant, much more naive, much more worried about even getting on a bus or a train or a metro back then. Now I can go anywhere on my own, and I don't even need anybody to help me if I get lost. We've got apps on our phones and translators on our phones. Disadvantages at the moment, I can't use my Australian bank card. That's a disadvantage. That's a problem. I've got ways around it. Like, everybody's found ways and means around current events right now. So, things like the money from YouTube that goes to my Australian bank account. Before, we'd just use my card here for purchasing. But now, obviously, we send the money via somebody else in Perth, who then sends it to my wife's account here in Russia. So they want rubles out of Russia. We want Australian dollars out of Australia, and it kind of works. That's the biggest disadvantage, I guess, right now for me, if that's one. Are you Australian? Yes, from Perth, Australia. Yes. I'm McDonald's having Oh, you're at McDonald's having McRibs. Oh, gosh. Yeah, nothing like that here in McDonald's here. Well, now it's Kuznetsy Tochka. Tasty. And that is all. I'm kind of jealous. I guess everybody's not really that bothered, I don't think. Maybe the younger population of Russia is not happy that McDonald's left and Kuznetsy Tochka took over. It's a bit of a cultural thing, I think, more than let's say a retail thing, business deal sort of thing. We can be friends, Russia and US. Try to speak English with a Ruski accent. Oh, I'm not so good at speaking Russian like that. I did this yesterday with a friend. They were laughing for like 5 minutes afterwards. Where if anyone watches Crazy Russian Sergey, he's got a channel, and I think he's now in Vietnam or Cambodia or somewhere, I think. And when he speaks, it's really like, I feel like it's like the movies when he's speaking like that. I don't like to talk like that, and it almost feels like I'm mocking the Russian accent, and I don't want to do that. So, no. So, yeah. Do you speak Russian well, or sometimes through an interpreter, translated with the help of a translator? Goloskami game. I speak Russian. Well, I speak malenki по-русски. Chut-chut. A little bit. I can say enough words that can get me out of trouble, I guess, if that makes sense. I'm from Perth, Australia. So on the west coast of the whole country, on the southwest corner is Perth. And then I was living when we left Australia last year. We were living in Rockingham, which is a suburb on the right on the beach or the coast. We were living 800 meters from the beach. I literally paced it out because I just thought it was interesting how close we managed to live. Hello from Almaty. What are you doing here in Russia, Luia? I'm living here. My wife works here, and I'm trying to make YouTube videos. And I don't think I'll become famous and that popular, but I'll just plug away, I guess. And that's all I can do. It's good that you don't speak about politics. Let's just be people. Yes, Daria. Yes, thank you. That's absolutely what we do here. Yes, completely agree. And also, Lacey, yes, I agree as well. I'm from Perth. Yes. Those 21 bottles turn flat too fast. They're 2-liter bottles. Yes, that's true, Amy. Very true. Privyet, Russell. Hello. Hello, Eva. What do you think about St. Petersburg? I've never been there. So until I go there, I won't give any opinion. I'll be completely say that about that. Maxim Muzama, what's my favorite place in Moscow for walking? Honestly and truly, I know it's cliche, but I do like walking around right by Red Square, the Kremlin, Alexander Garden, Monarch Square, over to where someone mentioned earlier, Kuznetsky Mosque, where the Bolshoi Theater is, up Nikolskaya Street. I really like this dead center of Moscow. Yesterday, I was the day before, I was walking in Moscow City with the big skyscrapers. And it's such a contrast to see the skyscrapers and then, be in the center of Moscow. I know it's cliche to say that. Zaradi Park, walking along the embankment down to Gorky Park as well. This is very nice. Right the way around to Vorovye Gore, and then even Spotivnaya. You guys know all these places, I think, if you're from Moscow. Yeah, I can walk anywhere and be happy. So happy birthday. Thank you, Alia. Thank you. Thanks for your work. Your work gives a glimpse on a chance that West will see how we really live, and at least we think to understand. Yes. Yeah, it's kind of hard to... The problem you've got is a lot of times people are going to question, what I'm doing or why I'm doing it, or, this whole propaganda side of it all, that I'm paid to make the videos. I mean, I'm not paid to make the videos at all. I mean, I'm trying to go to different places to give a variety of videos on the channel. That's the one thing I'm trying to do. That's why I'm trying to do different stores in different videos all the time, so that it gives different perspectives. Happy birthday from Norway. Thank you, Eva. Thank you. Dasha. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Happy birthday. Oh, lots of birthdays. Thank you. And I'm not sure, Volodya, what that means. I wish I could read simple words. Yes, how it grew from 800 subscribers to 40,000. Maybe you should order advertising from other bloggers to reach 100,000. Well, it's not, you don't order advertising. I mean, for me, it's to do a collaboration, or if I can meet someone who likes what we both do together on a video. I seem to find more success from people sharing it into social media. And like it was on the news, it was on TV in Russia a few days ago. And there's more success from that than necessarily meeting somebody and filming something together and talking together about things. Personally, I mean, that's just me, but last time I tried Fosh, I didn't really like their burgers. The patties had some sort of strange taste. Also, Chinese cuisine in Russia is quite good. Yes. Yeah, there's Thai food, Indian food, Vietnamese food. Yeah. Yeah, the couple of times I've been to Fosh, I went with my friend. If anyone watched the video about walking in shopping center with Ben from New Zealand, we went. I don't know if we went that day or a different day. We went to Fosh for lunch. We both really liked it. We went to the one in Afia Mall on the upstairs level, and we really both enjoyed it. And we both like burgers. Tenjin, thank you. Happy birthday. You're planning making videos about Moscow region beyond the Makad. Yeah. If the traffic wasn't that bad and I can get off the Makad, then absolutely, yes. I've got something planned about St. Petersburg, but it's at least next month, not this month. Big fan. Thank you, bro. Yes, you're welcome. Hello. Yes. From Uzbekistan. Programmer Jason. Happy birthday. Thank you. I greatly surprised when I watched a part of your videos on Russian TV. In general, I never watched the program. Yes. But your video made me stay. You're a part of Russian propaganda. Yeah, this is... I don't understand how a positive news story about a nice, well looked after shop becomes propaganda. Because what if I filmed in an empty supermarket? It would be reverse propaganda. I don't know. I mean, I understand the point of view and where you get that kind of from, and you enjoyed watching it for that. Very crazy editing too. Actually, that video was the one with Ben, because I remember both of us had a voiceover with a different voice, which is kind of interesting. So, happy birthday. Thank you. Am I that far behind the chat? Am I? Coca-Cola, by the way, is the same Coca-Cola. Yes. Oh, now it's gone crazy. Would you like to visit one of the Stalinist skyscrapers? Yeah, I don't think I could make an interesting video about it, but because I'm just not. I'd like to do more things about, the like the traveling side of it, the vlogging side of it, but I'm just not very good at doing my research about the history and the age and things like that. But yeah, the Seven Sisters, that would be super cool to go in one or just go up one or whatever. That would be cool. Yes. Not really. Electricity car lunacy. No, not. I would say not here. There is charging stations that you see on the streets in Moscow. My neighbor actually has electric car, and they have to charge it at another place, at another address where we live here. I'd say not about the electric car thing. Your kitchen looks like at my place. Yes, with the bright colors and yeah. Somebody came around to our house yesterday, and they were kind of like they liked it because it looked all bright and different probably from where they live. So, are you watching messages in the chat? I'm trying to. I'm hoping that Ironwood is taking care of some of the bad things. If I'm saying not, it's nice to see you and listen to you. Thank you, Nafisa from Solnicevo. I'm going to get that completely wrong. Happy birthday! Thank you. Good vibes. Yeah, it doesn't do the emojis when you guys do the emojis. So, thank you. I'm going to just go through here. Lipsek is a low-cost city. Thank you. How is it going? How is it going being a TV star these days? I think this is Atom. Is this Atom from Perlivka? It's okay. I think my wife needs to keep me grounded more, and now I'm all like, especially when people acknowledge that they saw it and know about it, and like you just someone else just mentioned earlier there that they don't necessarily watch all the TV shows or channels, and they did see it and watched it. So yeah, I don't think that big a TV star. It's like news is very quick and it recycles very quickly. It goes to the next news story very fast. So it was just like one day. Hello, happy birthday from Samara. Thank you. Thanks for being so very apolitical. It's a pleasure to watch your videos and escape for a bit from the politically charged reality. May God keep you and your families happy. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's very nice of you, Joss. Have your food preferences changed since you started living in Russia? I guess the thing is with my wife is she didn't really know a lot of, I guess you could say, Western dishes or Australian dishes or things like that. Obviously, until after we met, and obviously spent time in Australia. We went to my mum's house a lot and family where they were cooking foods. I'd say I eat a lot more fresh food, a lot more salads, a lot more things like tomatoes, cucumbers, lettuce, cabbage. Definitely more fruits and vegetables because it's just so available here, especially seasonally, of course. But yeah, far more fresh food than what I would buy in Australia. We'd cook more things at home here. We'd probably buy a little bit more takeaway in Australia than we do here. Well, we don't really buy. Well, I still like to go to KFC and Kuzni Tochka, but I don't nearly do it as much as I did in Australia. It was too convenient in Australia than it is here. So I guess I've got online food ordering if I was to be that lazy, but I don't. So SberBank, SberBank. Sorry. Happy birthday. Thank you. Oh, happy birthdays everywhere. Yes. So yeah, if anyone is watching late, it was a few days ago, November 3rd. I had some problems with my phone. Actually, it's right here. My phone case. So if anyone knows, I use a lens on the front of my phone that creates a wider angle of view. And it's probably nearly impossible to see, unless I do that. The part of this broke here. The kind of the gasket, I guess, where you screw the lens onto. So I've now got a new one. So this is a brand of phone case that's only in America. It's not sold online. Well, it is online, but it's not sold in Russia. No one's got it in Russia. And the only way I could get one was to buy one from America. They don't ship to Russia now because they use FedEx. And it would be to send it to Australia and send it to Russia. And I'm like, that's crazy. So I happened to go on Avito about 4 or 5 days ago, close to my birthday, actually, last week. And somebody happened to have an Samsung S9 Plus Moment phone case. Okay, it's in the wooden look. This is the exact thing I needed. So thank you, Avito. Not sponsored. Thank you, Avito. If anyone uses Avito, you'll know what I mean. Hello, Russell. Greetings from Germany. I'm Boris from Hamburg. Hello. See that you're on Russian TV. Can you talk about it? Be nice to hear about it. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't know it was all going to happen. I guess, there's a fair use situation where you can take content. They repurposed it. They mostly talked about the amount of comments on it, the amount of feedback on it. I guess the positive feedback about it, or maybe negative in terms of the comparison between a Russian supermarket and American supermarket or in Europe and things like that. I wasn't involved in any part of anything that happened, by the way. They took the content, they repurposed it. A couple of companies have emailed me asking, can they use the content? And I've just explained that they just need to put the link back to the channel, which is kind of courtesy that people do that. So, yeah, so that's about it, really. It's kind of out of the news already. The graph went up and down very fast. So you're becoming famous. Thank you. Guys like a good man. Thanks. I guess you're saying to me, are we going to visit other regions of Russia? We're looking, my wife's now almost today looking at the ticket prices to go to Ufa for New Year or for Christmas. Did you see bears on the Russian streets? No. Although people mention there are, I don't see bears. Not bears drinking vodka, I think is like the cliche, isn't it? To a bread factory in town. It was fun and we all got a full loaf of bread at the end. Yeah, I'm curious if I go on this bread factory thing, what they'll give. I don't know. What will they do? Congratulations. Thank you, Gary Dexterog. I'm Russian, but you are speaking so simple and I understand you without problems. Thank you, Griga. Yes, I do try to speak clearer. That's my normal method. I do this like this all the time. Sorry, I just need to press a button. So yeah, this is my normal, and it comes across in the videos as well, I think. Kubinka Tank Museum. I went there, I think the first trip I came to Russia 9 years ago. My wife's, well, wasn't my wife at the time, but her friend in this town, I went with with her husband to Kubinka Tank Museum. If you imagine it 10 years ago, when they didn't have any English signage, it wasn't really set up for tourists at all. And now I've since been to Patriot Park as well, which is very cool. But yeah, I've definitely been to Kubinka Tank Museum. I think it's like the best tank museum in the world, I think. Yes. Would you like to visit? Oh, okay, I'm reading. Yeah, Eka. Yes, I would love to come to a style in a skyscraper. I don't know how you can reach out to me on Telegram, maybe. Where's your beer? Didn't see you with a beer. No beer today, Azat. I have only a drink. I did actually bring the drink. And then, what did I do? Oh, I got the glass and didn't even pour myself a drink. So I'm sort of caught up in the chat now. Nice to see you, Kuthu. So when was Russell on TV? It was about 3 days. Was it 2 days ago or 3 days ago, you guys? I love to bake. Bread included. Hello, bro from Moscow. Watched your video first time 2 days ago. It was fun to see. Like we're watching some stuff in another place of the world. Yes. Some people have mentioned that it doesn't feel like it's down the road from where they live. Bomberman, thank you. What's going on when I'm... Yeah, I've mentioned to a friend, because she's joked about this for a long time, about the Red October confectionery factory. I need to really just call the local school up and see when they take their kids on the tour to the ice cream factory or something. Nothing is clear, but it's very interesting. Thanks. Yeah, what about donation alerts? Yes, all of our streamers using that service for donates. Yeah, I guess I can set that up and put it in the comments. I mean, I don't want to push and promote that kind of aspect. I mean, where people put super chats and thank yous, it's really kind of warrants that I'm doing a good job on the videos and things like that. And then there is an option for people to put super thanks on a video when they're watching it after live streams, if that makes sense. Yeah, I will set it up and I'll just put it there so that it's possible to use. My birthday was on the 3rd of November, by the way. Yeah, Boris, thank you for the super sticker. Sorry, Boris, for not acknowledging you a little bit sooner. That's very nice of you. Traveling in a fried out combi. Thank you. That's the Land Out Under song. Thank you, Janice. Thank you for $20 donation. That's super nice of you. I really appreciate. Again, the money kind of goes back into the videos and making videos and going out to make videos. Mostly it's my pocket money for lunch when I go out and film videos. Probably should add those into the video, like my kind of mid-review lunch videos. I love cabbage pie, so it would be definitely worth watching something like that. Yes, Joss, it's coming up, but it's not till next month, so don't get too excited yet. Met Australian lady, she made me nervous. Yes, you're singing the Australian song now. Thanks. I'm new today. I was subscribed in your channel. Can I ask a question? Is it free? Yeah, of course it is. Anyone can ask anything. You'll notice that I don't bias. I get very behind with the chat, though, because of the way I do it, but I'm definitely here. Took me and gave me breakfast. Wow, you're really singing the song now. But I haven't tried you've tried good cola, but not good Fanta. Judging by the way you trace it, it's worth a try. Yeah, I would say that the Fanta and the Passiona one, this is the passion fruit one, are much closer to the true Coca-Colas, I guess. The Dobra Cola is close to Coke, but it's not really, really the Coke. I mean, honestly, if you can get the Kazakhstan one or the Turkish one or the Polish one, it's probably really more the Coca-Cola as the Coca-Cola. I mean, these are made in the factory that was the Coca-Cola factories, but there's obviously a tiny difference. Visit 22 bar. It's a bar in the center of Moscow where beverages are served to you by toy trains. What? Never heard of that. Bar 22. It's 41,000. Yes. 41,051. How does it feel when everyone's around me speaking Russian? I'm completely okay with it, SL. It's not a problem for me. Obviously, it does make me feel a little excluded that I can't jump in on the conversation or, talk back to people when they're talking and things like that. It's not a worry, though, for me. Oh, you were the 41,000th. Wow. Thank you. Congratulations. I don't have any gift or thank you except personal thank you. Hello from Berliovo East. I don't know where that is. It's how you pronounce can't. And some specific words. Oh, the movie was Al Gore. Yes. Clinton's VP. And it was called The Inconvenient Truth. Thank you, Joss. Yes. That's the, it was kind of, especially when there's a lot of stuff about climate change going around. It was a big thing at the time, right? Imagine that different outside Moscow. Yeah, not necessarily. I mean, honestly, if you watch the one at Pitorichka, the one at Dixie, I'm going to make the next one or so from Perikostok. They're really everywhere in Russia. I mean, the Globus ones are the hypermarkets like Ashan are in the bigger shopping centers. But then there's a shopping center in most cities in Russia, in the bigger cities. So, yeah, it's not that different. I mean, I guess if you go to really regional towns, they're going to have smaller market shops. But, Pitorichka, 2,000 miles from here, is the same Pitorichka, give or take. So, happy birthday, Valerie. Thank you. Congrats, Alexei Lai. Thank you. What did you know about Russia before visiting it? And is this knowledge confirmed? I guess I've debunked a lot of things that I thought I knew about Russia, like someone mentioned about bears and people drinking vodka, and I know a lot more about sport and the Russians competing and winning sport and dominating in sport, and you can see that from when you go to see Luzhniki and the stadium complex over there where the World Cup final was held, and the gymnastics arena, and then the tennis center and things like that. And you can see the dedication they put into sport. They always make that joke that, the gymnastics kids since they were 3 years old, And there was the comment about recently, or I guess not recently, a few months ago, about some of the ice skaters in the program in Russia maybe wanting to give up their citizenship and go to other countries. They can continue competing whilst Russia's banned from a lot of worldwide events. And one of the Russian kind of people high up in the sports kind of, federation sort of said, well, we've got a lot more ice skaters if a few leave. If we lose 10 or 20, we've still got a few thousand still in training. And in Australia, we've only got 5 in training. And if 2 leave, we've got 3 left. And I just found that just typical Russia. I'm sorry if it offends anyone saying it like that, but I think a lot of supermarkets in Russia are French and German. Well, not all of them, but 2 of them, which is Ashan and Globus. And then the hardware store, Leroy Merlin, is the other one that's mentioned. Another mini holiday, yes. Might be going backwards, I don't know. 061. Let's see. You celebrated 10,000. Yes, I did notice that. I'm going to make a playlist or create a playlist of the celebrations of the how many subscribers. Because I did do the live one I think I did the live one at the 10,000, I think, if that was right, when it ticked over 10,000. Yes, it was literally that recently. You're a good man. Thank you. You have to connect system of quick payment to SberBank, SPB. I know that basically the phone number system with SberBank basically allows people to give donations if you like. The donations alert, I know you just can connect a bank account to that as well. Yeah, so I'll work on it. Happy birthday, Russell. Pogger Project. I wish you'd be super rich. I don't want to be super rich. I don't want to be. I just need enough money to be happy. I don't need to be rich that it spoils my, I don't know, myself. I just need enough money to be happy and not have a worry about money. I think that's just the next. I guess it's under rich. I hope it is. Hope that makes sense. Hi from Moscow, Super Russell. Happy birthday to you. Thank you. Yes, Super Russell. I'm from Perth, Australia. User. By the way, hello, fellow. Hello. Again, if you're writing in Russian, anybody, I can't read it. So if you can do anything in English, I'm sorry, unless you're chatting to each other. If you want to chat to anybody else in the chat, just put the @ symbol when you're typing and then the first letter of their name or maybe second letter, and it will put their name and highlight it to them. So you rock. Hope you can make 50K or more by year's end. Yes, actually, I've got a promise from somebody that, did he say 50,000 by Christmas as well? I think someone else, I think that was, he didn't say 100. I think it was 50. Happy birthday, Russell. Watching your videos. It's cool. I live in Lesnoy Gorodok. It's a little closer to Moscow than a Prelivka. I go to Food City from time to time. I can be your guide. Oh, that would be interesting. I need to have, for the video, I need to be kind of escorted by somebody that works there so that it's no problems with me poking the camera around. Yeah, anybody that wants to come. I think maybe I could do like a meetup. What do you reckon? Doing a meetup? Do people do that in Moscow? Somebody, my neighbor, who I caught the bus home with a few days ago, she said, "Oh, you should start like a speaking club, and you should have like people come or do something live online where you chat to each other." I don't know if people want to do that. I'm happy. I'm new today. Today I was subscribing to your channel. Can I ask a question? Yes. I don't think you've asked yet, have you? Plans to abolish visas for tourists. Yeah, I've read that they're looking to change the format of them. I don't know about ban them or abolish them, I guess you're calling it. They're looking to revise the kind of different layers of the system they've got now. Love from India, Samaya. Thank you, Samya. Now the USA and the countries of the West. I don't know that. Russia is no, okay. Did you try Frustal soda? No, I didn't. Is it better than Fanta? No, Luna, I can't answer that yet. Someone told me that it's actually, yesterday they said that it's from Pepsi. I don't really want to get the big 2-liter one and then not like it and then end up having to drink it. So some native speakers pronounce often with a T, but Oxford Vocabulary says that it's right to pronounce it without a T. How's right? Who's right? I can't figure it out. Often. How do you say it without a T then? Often. You'd say often is if you're going to shorten it in like a British slang. So yeah, it's really often that we go there. So I often go to the train station Rinnock. But you would say often. 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 Wow, I'm going to be doing. Maybe we do need to do like a live stream, like language class. Yeah, Frustal. I think you're talking about. I know the one that you're talking about. Turn on subtitles in Russian so that a Russian person understands you. I can't do it in live streams, unfortunately. There's not a way to do that. I can't find a way. Why Russia? Because my wife's Russian. I don't listen to any music. I'm sorry, by the way. Literally no music. He'll hit 50K very soon in 10 or 15 days. Yeah, I guess the success of the next few videos is a lot hinged on that. No, not at all, Bearbull. No, just people correct me a lot and mention that I should say Moscow Oblast. I'm not sure why. I should probably ask somebody why to know why. So I'm not sure. I'm in Nizhny Novgorod, and I hope you will visit sometime soon. Wondered of your videos. Yes, you like my videos. Thank you, Alexander. That's very nice of you. Again, everybody, thank you for all of the positive comments, positive feedback, the chat today. Again, I'm going to say it, especially if you're watching live and you're watching this, I can't possibly answer every comment anymore. I would like to, but I just can't. Even if I just go for an hour and do it, there's comments come back as quick as I get through them. So it's much worse 10 or 15 years ago. It's improving quite a lot. Yes, Grim. Yes, I'm going to tell you, it's kind of funny. I think as a non-Russian, my neighbor says this a lot. He laughs at me laughing because it's just a weird thing. He laughs at me because I laugh about a lot of things that are just normal here, and my wife doesn't like it because I make fun of a lot of things or I mock things that are just normal. And I'm trying as much as possible to kind of not laugh at things, but just the Australian nature of me, it comes out, because we make fun of anything. And even if it's not really funny, we make it funny. And my neighbor, when we go out, he almost gets upset with me being happy about things, because he's like, this is normal. We're in Russia. It's normal. Hello from Germany. Oh, maracuja. Oh, yes. Passion fruit is maracuja. Thanks. I guess that's the passion fruit version. Do you like the most? I've pretty much seen only Moscow and Ufa. I liked Ufa for the fact it was far less populated. I guess, 15, 17 million people in Moscow, 1 million or so people in Ufa. It's a big difference. Hello from NO. I guess that's Norway. Pelmeni was great. Yes, 24 Celsius here. Yes, it's 7, but it is late at night now. So, sorry. Oh, that's weird. It's 7.6, but it's basically, I think it got up to about 9 Celsius today. So, are you in Russia now, Kristen? Yes, this is my kitchen in Moscow, Russia. I don't know what I can prove that I'm in Russia, but I am. I don't think there's Dobra passion fruit or maracuja anywhere else in the world. So, hey, Russell, mucho dancho, a lot of dancho. Did you try former McDonald's restaurant? Yes, I've been there a lot, Olga. I was there when they opened the one in Pushkin Square. I was there a few hours before they officially opened. So I've definitely been there a few times. What time are we at? Just check the time. I like it, by the way. I think I've made 3 videos now there at 3 different places. I probably need to do another one because not everybody goes back through the catalog of the channel if you're subscribing later to the channel, like now versus 6 months ago. So Boston, I studied in Boston. Boston's a nice place, by the way. Russian food is much better than American. Yeah, it's different. It's completely different, I think. I mean, be impossible to compare it, but do you like Chernogolovka cola? Yes, not the cola. I like the Baikal. I don't like the cola version, Transer. I'm sorry. Magnet. You can find it in Magnet. Peter. Is that Perry Crosstalk, the other one? Are you going to video the Christmas lights in the big cities for us? I will this year, yes. Last year, I just didn't have the inspiration to go to the Christmas markets, but this year, 100% I will go. Under all weather conditions, I will go out and film. I've got a new jacket. By the way, one of my Christmas presents, one of my birthday presents from my wife, apart from getting this phone case, because this wasn't cheap, by the way, I got a new winter jacket. You might see it in one of the videos, I think. Might notice it. I don't know. I didn't have a jacket with a hood before this jacket. So that was my wife's birthday present to me, was my new winter jacket. St. Petersburg watching. Hello. Nice looking for 46. Thank you. The WhatsApp. Thank you. That's very nice of you. I guess when I've got a haircut, I need a shave now, but yesterday I was at the peak of my perfection. I do look younger. My wife says that a lot as well. But you now, I think it's annoying question, but but you now Russian. I wouldn't consider myself Russian. I've still got an Australian passport. I'm from Australia. I've lived here a lot of years. I think you can't really become, just because you get the passport, you're not magically Russian, or for any country. I mean, I've said this a lot, like when we were in Australia last year with my wife about, there's obviously a lot of Russian and Ukrainians in Australia. We met a lot while we were there. And they've become Australianized, but they still are Russian or Ukrainian or whatever originally, and they've got Australian passports. But you can't take that part out of you, I don't think so, but that's me, I would be glad if you do a review at the Kutsova Plaza shopping center. Yeah. So these are kind of interesting. I think Kunsova Plaza Shopping Center, is that I think I've made the video there, haven't I? I'm sure I have. But I don't name the videos with the names of the shopping centers very well. But go back and have a look, Hitri, or Dmitry, I guess, for the Russian 10-level shopping center video. Have a look for that video, and I'm not sure if that's the one you're talking about. I know where you're talking about, but I don't know if that's the one I went to. And even better, on the huge store, Vash Dom, inside the Vegas. Yeah, I've done a video at the Poydom, or Vosh Dom, my home, your home. And I called it like Russia has its new IKEA. But it's very hard to kind of explain like the difference, like with Poydom and Hof. They're kind of like an in-between of that. But yeah, I'll need to look up that Kunstova one. I know the place you're talking about, but I don't know if I've done that shopping center or not. But I've been to Vegas at Crocus City. Crocus City? Oh, that's the place. Kunstova Plaza Shopping Center. I'm sure that's where we're talking about. It's got Crocus City Convention Center and the aquarium there. Sorry, I'm a bit caught up with that, but hello from Kaluga. Oh, that's very close to Aprelivka. You're on. I caught the train home, 2 nights ago. I caught the train home from Moscow City. I just got one metro station to Kievskaya. And then I got the train. Typically, they might go. The one I got ended at Aprelivka, but they typically go on to Kaluga. I'm Russian, and your reviews are awesome. Thank you. Do you like Chernogolovka Cola? I think I've answered that. Does it keep coming the same questions, or people asking repeatedly the same questions? Yeah, I don't like the cola. I like the Baikal. Rostov-on-Don. Kind of warm for this time of year. Yeah, this last couple of days, yesterday and today, is definitely warmer than I was. I've got my new jacket for my birthday, and it's got warmer. I don't really need it. It's weird. Markets, it's kind of same stuff. Do you know Parkway Drive Band? I don't listen to any music at all, so I don't know Parkway at all. Parkway Drive. I'm sorry. Plans for New Year. So my wife wants to go to Ufa and celebrate with her family. I guess it's my family now as well. So yeah, peekaboo. Oh, am I that far behind? Please don't tell me I am. That's crazy if I am. Thank you for your channel. I really recognize that you have some. Okay, I guess I'm reading the same things here. Hello from Tassie. Colleen, hi. Why am I living in Russia? My wife's Russian. We're married. We moved here. We're happy for now. My dogs want some liverwurst. Toner. Nice. Um, how do you feel about our climate? I'm okay with it. I don't like it today, like where it's gone up to 9 degrees and then it's 1 degree tomorrow. I like either warm or cold. I'm happy when it's snowing and cold because I know how to dress appropriately, scarf, hat, all the things, beanie. I'm completely okay with the weather here. I don't have any complaint about the weather. Is Coca-Cola in Russia completely disgusting compared to others? There's a ton of brands of Coca-Cola. Look, honestly, if you're in America and you went to Walmart and you bought the cheap house Coca-Cola there, or colas, or RC, and what's it called? Is it called RC Cola or AC Cola or something? Or there's a couple of the generic ones. They're not tasty at all. It's like buying the Ashan Cola here, where you're like, it's okay, but I just can't enjoy it. And a 500 ml bottles, 19 rubles. But if you were to get like a Chernogolovka, it's like 50 or 60 rubles or 70 rubles. It's, I think all around the world, the cheap colas are just not enjoyable. Thomas described that one of his team members showed the Aborigines a strange animal with a bag and jumper on. That's interesting. I don't know the movie though. Thanks. Maybe say kangaroo. Then they were told the kangaroo translated from Australian. Then they were told that the kangaroo translated from Australian. I don't understand. Yeah, there's a thing about this. I don't remember the kangaroo. I think it's like from an Aboriginal word. It's a kangaroo, something roo. I don't know where it comes from. But it was near the Altai Mountains. Do I like Chernogolovka Cola? Yeah, I think we've answered that a lot now. What's your level of Russian? It's very low. Samaling GG. Probably 3 or 5%, which is not very good. Colleen's from Tassie. What is the opinion of your friends about Russia and current situation? I guess they see a lot of the Western news, so they see a lot of the opposite. If you're Russian and you see, there's a very big difference in what is shown in Western media and the media here. There's kind of almost 3 medias around the world, like this side, that side, and the other side. Obviously, my family and friends understand that I've been here a lot of years, so they know that I've kind of adapted to life here. I know I can leave and get on a plane and go back to Australia. My wife could do the same thing. She's got residency there. There's a lot of things that have to happen for us just to get our bag and go out the door and go to the airport. But we have too much here now for now that we don't want to leave. We've got that option. I've talked about it in another video at length. But we're good. So he knows what his wife is gossiping on the phone about. Thank you, Halen Pace. I'm going to say Halen Pace. Halen Pace. Balalaika Bears, KGB, and Vodka Rasputin. Yes. Can you add Australian prices on some things? I could. I kind of do the reason I do the euro and the dollar, or dollar a lot, is because that's the majority of the audience watching the videos. If I was to go through the percentages, Australia is like very low in the list. Have to go to a grocery store. See you in the next video. Bye. Thank you, Winnie. Sorry. I don't speak Russian very well. Signed up for about 5 days ago. Oh. I just know that, yes, living here in Russia. Yeah, I don't know very well Russian. So I've watched Bald and Bankrupt for a lot of years. Yes, I really enjoy his videos. Welcome to Mordor. I have a friend from Australia and his surname is Russell. Is it your name? No, that's my first name is Russell, not my last name. Warhammer. Happy birthday, Russell. Do you want to do videos about Russian fast food like shawarma and blini? I should do. I should just go to the local shawarma shop down the road, and that's more of a street food almost, isn't it, in Russia? Someone asked me yesterday, what do I think of street food? And I didn't think of shawarma at the time. I was kind of caught up in like plof and things like that. Starbucks is better than the Russian cafe. Yeah, my wife doesn't like the new Stars coffee. She's had it. She didn't like it. And she's a coffee fan. So I think we are used more to the domestic cuisine, but we basically don't care about the fast food. Yes, very much agreed with that. From Aussie land. Thank you, Robert. This is easier if I skip all the Russian comments that I can't read. So again, I can't read Russian comments unless you're chatting to each other. Greetings from the Sverdlovsk region. Surprised when I watch your videos about us. It's nice to see such people. Thank you. Was in the video? Is that where I was? I don't know all the regions when I even go in Moscow region where I am. So, the world map in Australia upside down. No, no, it's not. We do eat WWs though instead of M&Ms. So if you get that joke, then was it hard to adapt to the Russian climate? I guess the first year or so when you come, it's a bit eye-opening, but you do dress and wear the appropriate clothes. I mean, people aren't walking on the streets in shorts and flip-flops. They really not. Even somebody that's really, let's say the word, couldn't afford a jacket has a jacket. You know what I mean? There isn't that person that doesn't plan for colder weather. I mean, honestly and truly, there's a seasonal change in weather here, and people adapt to it. Why is your wife don't ask you moving to Australia? We were there for a year and a half, and we've moved back. My wife at one point got homesick for Russia, so we've come back because of that and to, eliminate some things that she had going on that needed sorting out. How's life changed in Australia after the sanctions against Russia were imposed? Has life changed in Australia? I guess Australia probably isn't as exposed to things like that. We have oil and gas. I mean, there's obviously a lot of fluctuations in that from OPEC and the price of oil through the Middle East. Supply chain issues have been a problem since COVID. I don't think it'll change anymore. I think there's a far less impact on it in Australia than it would be, say, in Europe and other countries, and I mean, to an extent, America and things like that. Greetings from Pam. Oh, from Pam. Hello from Canada. Whoa. How you feel your climate? The climate's good. Favorite video games, Gordon? I don't play video games. I played, what's it called? Airport CEO. I just had to look at the name of it. That's the only video game I played in the last 6 months, honestly. Good health to you. Thank you. Sorry I'm late. Just got power back from TS Nicole. Oh, Tropical Zone Nicole. Wow, in Florida. Crazy if you're in Florida. Liz? And there's another one on the way, isn't there, I think? My friend in the Bahamas, he lives in Freeport. He's worried about this next storm coming through. Please speak Russian. Sorry. Нет пенялай по-русски. Осторожно, осторожно. Зверь кровается. Слабостная станция Крабопкинская. Do the homes still have communal heating systems? Yes, we have central heating in our apartment. I'm pretty sure in a lot of older buildings, it's very similar to how it is here. So yes, we definitely have the heating that's now on. There's a bar heater on the wall behind my computer here off to the side. We've got one in the other room as well. So yeah, with the windows closed, we've got double glazed plastic windows here. It's nice and warm in the kitchen where I am anyway. Happy birthday, Bald from Braziers. Thank you. You're a nice, pleasant person. Thank you, Ent. Thank you. You're becoming a Russian TV star. I'd like to hear your opinion on public transport in Moscow compared to other countries. It's very good. Honestly, my father was a bus driver most of his life until quite a few years ago, but when he retired, the metro, unbelievable. Every 90 seconds, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, depending on the time of the day. I have to catch marshrutkas, which aren't probably the best transport in Russia, but marshrutkas are kind of like the backbone of the suburban areas. And then in Moscow, you've got all the blue high-frequency buses. Yeah, amazing. I can't, if I compare even to Perth, we have a train system in Perth, electric train system. It's not nearly every 90 seconds. It's every 15 or 20 minutes. People do catch public transport in Perth, but not nearly to the extent people do in Russia. Even the train network across Russia is extensive. It's having a good time in Russia. Definitely, people just like to believe in stupid things, right? If you've eaten okroshka, I don't know this name. Probably I have, because my wife makes things that I don't know the names of. And then when we go to friends' houses for food, don't pay attention to people that think it's propaganda, right? Have you seen Russian movies and cartoons before you lived in Russia? No, not at all. And I barely watch any TV here, honestly. And I'm trying to get my wife to watch English television, or I download stuff or streaming and things like that. So it betters her English herself by watching English television. How do you like Vuzkill? Vuzkill. I just call it the green shop. Prepared food that is tasty. Yeah, Levernden. My wife calls it the green shop. That's our name for it. There's one at the end of our street here. My wife buys a lot of food there. Well, not a lot, but she'll commonly buy that and make, like you say, prepared food. The soup, the borscht soup there is very nice too. Just get the container, tip it in the pan, warm it up on the stove there, and you're good. We invite you to Razvan. Thank you for the invite. They plan to cancel visas for tourists. I think they're trying to revise the program of the visa system here. I don't know about cancel visas, but love your videos. Thank you, Artyom. Hello, comrade. Thank you, Space Kraken. Happy birthday from Russia, Spirit Wolf. Thank you. Again, where you've got a Russian name or Russian conversation, I can't read it so well. I'm very sorry if that's... that was so interesting for me. It's like watching something new. You have a good and interesting presentation. I wish you good luck. Thank you. BR1NZ77ZZ. Olga, thank you for a happy birthday. Olga Bali. What? You're in Bali? Or that's just your last name? Maybe it's like Balalaika and you've just got Bali. Awesome. Pleasure to watch your videos. Thank you. Everybody's so kind and courteous. It's unbelievable. I'm overwhelmed by this. Thank you. Is the map up? Are you guys just repeating that upside down thing a lot? I feel like I'm reading the same comments. Home cooked food, takeaways. Yeah, right. I agree with you, Rovan, completely. Is it a good idea to move to another country from Russia? It's very difficult for the first few years. My wife really struggled with both trips that we were there, and now we're back here, and I'm happy to follow her to make sure she's happy. It takes probably a good 2 years, maybe 3 years to get comfortable. Where, you're very traditional in the way that you live, I guess, if that's such a thing, and then to change those habits, it's like going to Turkey on holiday and then deciding I want to live in Turkey. And then you go there, and after a couple of weeks, the holiday wears off, but it's still warm weather every day. And you've got to get used to after the first 2 weeks, Hello from the Urals. Thank you. Happy 41K. Yes. Is it an OtterBox? No, I don't have OtterBox. I know about OtterBox. When I first bought this phone, I got one, and I've now changed to, it's called Moment. And then this lens here, this is the lens I don't use, right here. It just screws on. I'll just do this so you can see it. I can't see where I'm screwing on the lens now, like that. And then it's a wide angle lens, if you can see that. And it's very cool. But my old, where the thread of this screws on basically broke. I accidentally knocked the lens while it was on the front of the camera on the phone, and it basically broke off and fell on the floor. And then I couldn't attach another lens. And that's why I didn't put a video out for about 5 or 6 days in a row, because of that. Internet is spotty from. Oh wow, Liz. Thank you though for joining me. I hope it's okay where you are, and FedEx still working in Russia. You know what? I see not necessarily FedEx vans, but I see what's the yellow one? Not FedEx. I see the vans from the other company. I don't know the name now. So I'm curious if they are working. But FedEx, for two different companies I've needed to use postal services, they've refused to want to send things to Russia. So two fingers, hello. Rainbow, thank you for birthdays. Dean, thank you. Evil Goose. Watch your videos. I like them very much. I wanted to ask, how well do you know Russian? I don't know it very well at all. Honestly, I'm learning. I'm getting better. I'm improving. But it's not as good as it could be. Which candy do you prefer? I don't really eat a lot of Russian candy. Although we've got, it's a bit hard to see. We've got a little fruit bowl over here with some candy and lollies. My wife buys them, like the pay by weight ones in the markets. I'm not a big fan. I tend to have, you'll see here, I've got a bar of chocolate back there. That's my thing. Tell us an Australian anecdote. I don't really know too many Australian anecdotes. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that, really. I'll have to think about it. People love Russian Russell. Thanks, Ironwood. Is there an English-speaking community in Moscow? I'm sure there is. I'm in a small group of Australians that are here. I don't know if there's a separate one for British people, possibly. A lot of them are teachers, school teachers, primary school teachers. I do chat to a couple of Australian guys that I've met up with here. Not just chat to them. We're both quite busy in opposite parts of Moscow, so it's not easy to meet up with people. Have a good shopping in Russian markets. Thanks. Where on Christmas? Please repeat. Where on Christmas? Okay, so I'm not sure what you're asking, but basically Christmas for me would be the 24th of December is Christmas Eve. Then Christmas Day is the 25th. Then New Year's Eve is 31st. Going into the 1st of January is the traditional calendar Christmas. The Russian Christmas, I guess, is the 7th of January. So yeah, we kind of get to celebrate twice, sort of thing here for us, anyway. I find Russians are very curious people, especially if you're a foreigner. Would say that's true compared to people from other countries. Yeah, they like to travel. It's interesting how many of them that we met out. Even when my wife and I were in Australia, the amount of Russians that we came across that we didn't know from just getting together with other Russians. And you hear the accent and you hear them people speaking Russian so easily in Australia when you've lived here, Do I cook at home? I don't really cook. My wife does. I'm probably the worst cook in Russia. Morning. Happy birthday. Thank you, John. Am I catching up at all here, or it would be more correctly to say something from Russian, or just say spasiba. I worked 10 years in a Russian supermarket. Thanks for your video. Yes, you're welcome. Do you think we can expect more Westerners moving to Russia in the coming years? And then the second question, what do you think could attract such people to Russia? I think the curiosity is what probably attracts people. You know what I mean? That, the size of Russia, the history of Russia, the diversity of the country. Would more people move here? I think even before everything now, I think it's a very small trickle of people. Where you're talking about Western countries, you're probably talking about somebody from Europe or America or South America, Asia. Yeah, I think, it's a very small, tiny percentage of people that do come here or want to come here or are brought here for jobs and things like that in Western companies, if you like. How could you attract more of them? I guess better salaries, I guess, if anything. The average salary of a skilled person here is not high if you compare it to Western salaries, if you compare it to Australian salaries. So that's a very big draw card if people know they're going to get equivalent kind of money, but companies wouldn't be willing to pay it here. I mean, even the Australian people, friends that I know here that are teachers, they get paid Russian wages, and they'll admit that it's not a lot compared to Australia, but it's enough to live. So, no bears in the streets. And sorry, do I like craft beer? I can be your guide in Roscoe bars. I don't drink a lot of beer. I like the fact there's a lot of craft beers here, though, and even in supermarkets and markets and the beer shops. There's a few beer shops where I live. I'm not really into craft beers. Oh, I'll drink them. No worries. I just don't go out enough to experience them. Need to stay hydrated. Yes. The cool thing about a technically foreigner talking about things we take for granted in Russia is they get a fresh outlook on things. That we get a fresh outlook on things, right? Giving my opinion or my perspective of things, right? Oh, Rory, thanks for the content from New Zealand. Did you see the New Zealand video I made with Ben? I think it's quite a few videos ago now, maybe about 2 months ago now. But I made a video. A New Zealand friend of mine was here in Moscow 3 days ago. Wow, first time you watched 3 days ago. What is the Australian sense of humor like? Any difference from the British? I think we have a lot more no worries lifestyle. We're not as serious about things. We don't worry about things. We don't worry about things that are far away from us that happen. I think it's just a no worries lifestyle. Compared to British, I guess I can't really give that answer about the difference, but we don't worry about things as much. First time today. Cool. Thank you, Kanziel. Thank you. Do you like Coca-Cola and Pepsi without sugar? No. Nothing sugar-free, Diet Coke. No, not at all. Don't like them. Sorry. I'm from Perth, Australia originally. We're living in a Prelivka in Moscow region now, which is Narofminsk region. If you're not from Moscow, I guess. How is healthcare there where you are? It's very good. I mean, 10 years. I've been to a hospital once. 10 years. I've been to a couple of clinics for a couple of things. My wife had an issue last week. We actually had to call a doctor to come to the house. She's now obviously all better, but completely free. Just present whatever documents you need to. Obviously, public and private healthcare is different here. So you can pay and go to private clinics, physicians, doctors, or you can go to public hospitals. There's obviously a wait in public hospitals and public clinics and things like that. So you have to deal with that. Like anywhere, in Australia is the same. How can you start shooting videos in random markets? Why security doesn't say anything? Because Russian people don't like cameras at all. Yeah, so it's really down to, especially with the Linux and the markets and things like that, and the street markets, there's a lot of challenges with people who may not be with the correct passport or visa or documents. Some of the businesses may not be correctly documented. So a lot of people have a concern that I may be trying to film that or put that on camera or create content around that. So yeah, happy birthday. Thanks. Greetings from Novosibirsk, the real heart of Mother Russia. Yes. The Altai Mountains. Happy birthday. Quality day as well. Thank you. No bear. Olga, I didn't get my own bear. Stream Russell, but it's time to go. Yes, I'm going to wind up very, very soon, by the way. I'm going to try to scroll down as close as I can to the end. If a few people stop typing for a second, I'll get to the end of the comments. Magnet or Pitorichka? I like the Magnet where I live because it's got more stuff in it. I like the Pitorichka because it's got the fresh bread. And it's got the fresh, I've got it right here. Oh, my wife's moved it. Where's my bread? I bought the my garlic bread, like breadstick. So, do you miss time you worked on cruise ships? Yes, I do. I do talk to people that work on cruise ships still, and I'm in contact with people that are on the cruises. I am trying to learn Russian, Miro, but it's not as easy as I'd like it to be. I'm probably not dedicated enough. That's my problem. Make a Boosty account, Tirov. Yes, I think I'll do the donation. Ooh, excuse me. I'm very sorry. I will probably do that donation alert ones. I'll look up the Boosty afterwards to see about it, just so I can understand what it is. Thank you for your video. Revive my English watching them, and it's very interesting to look at my country through the eyes of another person. Thank you, Lakach. Thank you for your heartwarming work. Thanks. Have you ever been to Kazan and Tata? I haven't. No, I've been to Ufa. If Ufa is as far as Russia is, and that's still a few hours away by plane. Happy birthday, Russell from Wisconsin. Thank you. Russian from Wisconsin. Oh, okay. Interesting. I watched a video a couple of days ago about the world's tallest supermodel. I don't know if anyone knows about this lady. She's a ex-Russian. I think she was was she a basketball or a volleyball player? And she went to the Olympics, and she lives in the US now, I believe. She's the world's tallest supermodel. She's like 7 feet. She's credited with the longest legs in the world as well. And she did a video walking in Costco in America. And she literally walks in with the cart. She's obviously got someone filming her. And the first couple she bumps into are speaking Russian to her, and they want a photo with her. They obviously recognized her. And she was like, my God, I've just walked in and people are already stopping me. And they were speaking Russian. She's obviously making her content in English. But I don't know the name of her channel. It's obviously her name. But if you look up the world's tallest supermodel, might be interesting. Might not be. So it got recommended to me on my channel, on my homepage of YouTube. So I had to watch it. You can help with translation moderation if you want to do that. Yeah, let me know. Often with silent T. I go to the train station all the time. Yes. Yeah, that was the first time in a while I caught the train home. It was perfectly, it was actually nice. It's more comfortable in the bus. You're always squashed on the marshrutka coming home, you know? Learning with Russell phonics. Yes. Can I learn it, speak in Russian? I can't, no. It's not my birthday today. It was on the 3rd of November. You're absolutely amazing, my Australian bro. Still can't really believe you're now the real super duper star on Russian orientated YouTube. Yes, thanks. It's crazy. It really is. Yeah. Guess I'll write him a message. Yeah, if anyone wants to contact me through the Traveling with Russell YouTube, Telegram channel, I'm definitely there. Question to ask you, Russell, if you have any music on your phone. I don't have any music on my phone at all. Literally nothing. My wife, when we're in Australia, I signed her up to Spotify. So because I'm paying it with my Australian card, she still has Spotify on her phone in Russia. So she's probably one of the few that has Spotify in Russia because of that. Voronezh, I always watch your videos with pleasure. Thank you. I should have another video to put right on after this ends and everyone would watch it, but I don't have it finished yet. I'll have it by tomorrow, I promise. Please don't stop making all of your stuff here in Mother Russia. Thank you. Joining you on a live stream. Robert, I'm trying to convince her to be on a live stream. I've got the microphones now that we can both sit and have a microphone each. So yes, I just need to get more encouragement for her. Do you confess? I do have to confess. Do have confession in your home. Like, how is it possible? After all, happy birthday, more health, because this is the main thing. Thanks, Janos. I don't quite get your comment, but you're a very good channel. I wish you success. Thank you. Russian people really need someone like you, man, these days. No doubts about this. Thanks. Tiv, thank you very much. Happy birthday. Again, for people who are in Russian names on their channel, I can't read these. I would like to help you with translation moderation. You're doing great job with Russian. Do you like your content? I will write you more in Telegram. Saw your channel in the description. Thanks. Yeah, please do. It's really more a matter of just making sure there's no Russian comments that are saying things bad, that I don't allow that on the channel. That makes sense. How does it weather? The weather's getting cooler. Today was warm, though. It's now 7.6 Celsius. But I'd much rather it be like -2 than warmer, because I've got this new jacket and I want to wear it now. Yeah, I'm still in Moscow. Yes. I'm from Perth, Australia. Chess player, I think. Is it the same questions? What's that say? Something about sexy? Stay healthy and sexy, dear brother Russell. Thank you. Good to go to your neighbor and ask if he or she wants to join your stream. That's how you can prove you're in Russia. Yes, knock on their door. The lady came knocking the other day, because we don't get knocks on the door very often, right? We're on 10th level. And she was speaking away in Russian to me. My wife wasn't here. And her credit on her phone ran out, because we pay monthly, a lot of us, right? And she wanted to connect to the Wi-Fi in our apartment to pay her bill to get her credit to work again. And my gosh, like, it was such a grind to figure out that. And I'm like, just give me and ended up passing the phone and putting the password in for so she just got the Wi-Fi from our apartment to get her phone working. I'm going to skip over a bit here. I live in Narofomynsk region, Geograph Channel. I guess it's near Vnukovo Airport, or close enough. What do you miss the most in Russia? Tim Tams, which is an Australian biscuit. My mum's home cooking. It's like Sunday roast. Wish you success. You have free healthcare. Come to Yekaterinburg. I will get eventually to these other places. I know you guys keep mentioning it. Yeah, this must be the same comments I'm reading. It's really interesting to hear what foreigners think about Moscow and Russia. Yes, thanks. Здравствуйте, Atom. Say something in Russian. Spokinoki. Yeti Bella Blue. If we get more help, the mods could translate Russian comments for you, like the Traveling with Russell. Oh, you're mentioning this to me, Ironwood. Sorry, I thought it was like to somebody else. Because when I look at what it is, I'm using StreamYard, and then I see the comments on the other screen off to my left here. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to go through past all of this. Hello from Ashkahan. How long ago did you live in Russia? Yeah, so pretty much 9 years, essentially. Magnogorak. Man, I'd love to have like a little pin board of everywhere people are from in Russia or in the world, and I could put a pin on a map. How do you feel about the vocal differences between Australian, US, and British languages? My gosh. My friends from these places feel free to communicate with each one. Do you feel the same? Feel free to communicate with each one. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Australian and British, I guess it's not too different. The British accents vary considerably depending on which part of England you're from. So there's a very big difference between in the south of England, the north, and then I guess you could look at, Kingdom in Scotland, Ireland, Wales, and so on. Even in America too, there's a difference. You can tell the New York's accent from the southern accent from, Alabama, Louisiana, over to California. You can tell the difference when you hear it. Thanks for congratulations on 40K. We're doing 41K now. Yeah, I'm just going to scroll through everybody because it's just impossible here. Do you know? Okay, it's a lot of the same questions. Do you speak Russian? Yes. Okay, I'm going to go right the way through here. I'm sorry, guys, if you wrote something and I didn't catch it. Where do you work? I don't have a job. Just on YouTube or somewhere else in the country. Pretty interesting how it goes on in these conditions. Yes. Yeah, I don't work in Russia. I'd like to get a job in some sort of a supermarket, maybe helping them like at my local Dixie down the road. I feel like I could turn around their sales in 5 minutes just by doing some simple things to fix up that Dixie. Can I do it with Vedenha? I can do a video of Vedenha. I do know that word in Russian. There you go. Greetings from St. Petersburg. Yeah, I see the timestamp now. That's where I'm. I wish I could send a super chat, but the money is tight. It's your birthday. No, honestly, hi. I'm not sure if that's your name there. You're more than welcome just by putting a thumbs up, putting a comment, commenting on any videos, or sharing them in other social medias or whatever online platforms. I can understand about the money situation. Everywhere is tight for money. Honestly, it's even here. My wife and I, we're very much budgeting what we earn and what we spend, and when we need to buy things which are costing more than the average purchase. What don't I like in Russia? There's not a lot I don't like, honestly and truly. I've got a very no worries attitude, and and a lot of things don't bother me. You know, a lot of things could bother me and trigger me that I don't like it or I don't like to see it. I don't want to see things, and you know, I don't like the number of car crashes on the highway every day. There's so many car crashes here because there's so many bad drivers, quite genuinely. But it's Russia. I just have to, not think about a lot of things, or I'd go even stir crazier. You should put milk behind you into the fridge. Thank you, FS. Yes, I like that. 2 people have pointed it out now. That's kind of nice. Okay, I'm going to scroll right the way down. Let me just go to the last comment, to new comments. That would be crazy. I'm sorry. And then I'll be right at the end. There we go. And I've got Squirrel Goldall. Happy birthday. Thank you. I think that's... do you like Dobra Fanta? I do like Dobra Fanta. Yes. I think it's very much the same as Fanta. Dobra Orange, I think. Just dropped in to wish me happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm a bit camera phobic, and I'm a private person. Yeah, that's a tough thing. I guess from a YouTube standpoint, you got to be comfortable pressing record and filming things and being on camera and things like that. So look at that. I caught up. Igor, thank you. Nice channel. Thank you. From Siberia. Thank you very much. Yeah, just thank people here. I'm going to wind up in the next. We might go for 11 minutes more. Okay, so it'll be rounded off at, well, a little bit longer. I'm already over 18 minutes, so I'll just round off to the next 30 minutes. So we'll go for 11 more minutes. And then hopefully I can keep up with the last bit of the live chat here, because I've scrolled right down to Irisha, Texas. Favorite Russian foods? I like pilmeni. I know it's very, very cliche, and my wife makes plov, which is kind of like rice, veggies, and beef. I like that. She makes nice Olivia salad, which is essentially like a like a potato salad, Russian style. Yeah, I'm going to say thank you to Babel Cruising, who's also a channel member. Thank you for the super chat. Lorraine Prasnovsky, thank you as well. Boris Krunitsk, thank you. And Janice Lorin, thank you as well. That's very nice of you to put super chats. I know a lot of people in Russia can't do that. I mean, I don't expect super chats. I don't ask for them. I know it's an option that you can do that in live streams. Watching videos, there's an option to do super thanks, which is basically, while you're watching a video that's an old video or a new video, you can do that anytime. So... where do I live in Russia? I live in a Prelivka, which is Narofo-Minsk, about 40 or 50 kilometers southwest of Red Square, if you want to count that as the middle of Moscow, in Moscow Oblast, Moscow region. Exil, happy birthday. Thank you. Yes, it was a few days ago now. So, yeah, again, thanks for the super chats. I appreciate it. Thank you for all the likes. 640 likes. It's just scary, that many. Really is that many likes, especially not everybody necessarily is watching. Some people have watched and turned off or liked and unliked and things like that. It's very heartwarming to know that people appreciate the videos that I make and you appreciate. Sorry, I'm just realizing that I do look down a tiny bit from the camera, which is up here. And I tend to look at myself. I'm going to put my nose right there. I tend to look at myself more than I look at the camera. Mostly because I'm looking that I know I'm looking forward and I'm looking at the chat off to the bottom here. How long have you been in Russia? Yeah, I've been living here for 9 years since I first came to Russia. I've had to travel back to work in America a few times, back and forward from Moscow. One trip I made over to Italy to go to work over there. So, yeah, a bit of a fantasy. Yeah, it's very difficult now with not showing ads to Russian viewers. Yes, so if you are a Russian YouTuber with a Russian channel and your content is made in Russian to predominantly Russian viewers, it's going to be very, very difficult. I'm sure a lot of channels have lost a lot of, I guess, ad revenue from watching ads. I guess everybody inside Russia now has YouTube Premium by not having the ads showing, which is a good thing. Yeah, I do have set up the, I'm going to say SberBank. I could say SberBank. SberBank. I don't think I have even saying the right accent. There's the number there. If anyone does want to send donations, I'm not asking for that, but if people do it, it's obviously a bit of a proof of concept that the channel is good or you appreciate the videos. Again, it goes back into the channel. It pays for things like this microphone right here. This is Rode, by the way, which is Australian-made microphone. It's kind of weird. I bought it in Moscow here. But they're not cheap. The microphones and equipment for making videos is not cheap, but the money goes back into that essentially. And if you see me wearing the wireless microphone in my recent videos, I bought the money from the YouTube with that as well. So, yeah. Do you like caviar? Maybe with our Russian pancakes. I don't like caviar, no. I may have it occasionally on those little slices of toast when we go around to friends' houses, but I'm not a fan. My wife likes it. We've got a tub in the fridge, but I'm not a fan. I love Olivia and make my own homemade pilmeni. Yeah, I wish my wife could make homemade pilmeni. She says she can, but I've not seen it yet. If we do go to Ufa for New Year, her auntie makes it. Yeah, she's really her auntie was working in, I don't know, like in factories, in the kitchens in factories, like for the guys that come and eat in the factories, and ladies, I guess. So I guess she learned it all from that. You'll have multiple messages and as you become popular. Yes, Lenia, that's very difficult. I have watched Inside Russia channel, and I know he does answer certain questions and things like that. If I watch how he does his live streams, I try to be very courteous to everybody who's put a message and try to answer back. I'm sorry if I don't reach everybody. It's hard to contact people without knowing the language. Yes. Again, I can't read Russian, so if you are writing comments in Russian, other people will read them, but I can't read them back. So, thank you, Tim. Hello. Yes, I know Vdenha very, very well with the exposition of the countries that were part of the USSR. Yes, Diego. Yes, and I've been to both these places. I could walk in Vdenha every day of the week if I lived a bit closer to it. I did make a video. One of the first videos on my channel is about Russia's best donuts. And there's a video, if you want to watch that, of me in Vdenha about eating Russia's best donuts. If anyone knows it, it's a very famous little Ponchik cafe on the outside of the Vdenha near the Stankana Tower end of the park. via sites like donation alerts and make Boosty account for support from Russians. Yes, I'll set it up, Sergey. Honestly, I will. I just need to put it in the link in the descriptions, then go back and put it in all the previous descriptions. And then if people want to send things, then that will be nice, I guess. We love you, big man. Thank you. Yes. Hello from a Prelivka. What? I'm in a Prelivka as well. Yes. People will start Googling me if I mention street names. But if you, yes. I guess if you watch the video about, I made the video about, do Russians need big supermarkets? I don't remember the name of the title. But I show pretty much the building I live in and the shops that are nearby, just as a proof of the opposite of big supermarkets, you know. How you find living in Russia? I find it perfectly fine. I can adapt to anything. I'm not very needy and demanding of things, you know. So there's not a lot of things I need that make me happy. So yeah, watching an English-speaking person is a good practice for you studying English. Yes, I keep hearing this, that people like having this conversation English. Thank you. When will we see a fixed price review? It's kind of, Anton, it's moved down the rank a little bit. I have 2 videos on my phone that I filmed. And if you looked at the last community post, the 2 that got the least votes are the 2 that I filmed. And the one that everybody wants from the Belarus supermarket, which is not far from where I live, is yet to be filmed. And the fixed price one I need to go to, honestly, the Russian dollar store. I need to go to like a crazy fixed price though. Not this one that we've got is very newly built and it's very neat and organized. I need to go to one of the crazy messy ones to prove that, you know, how they really look. My friend, if there is such an opportunity, your English is excellent. Maybe you can give a couple of lessons. Yeah, I just don't know how to structure that kind of thing, Vadim. Honestly, it's something I could do easily. It's just how people would like to, you know, interpret what I'm doing, you know. Yeah, I'm going to go to more dealerships. The Mercedes one, I was there because I was there with a friend. So, okay, guys, I'm going to slowly wind up here. I think we kind of want to bring something from home. Do you miss some things here? Want to bring something from home? I don't need anything from Australia really bringing here except my new Visa card. My current one that I can't use has expired. And I've got the new issued card sitting in Australia at my parents' house. And I need someone to bring them to Russia in their luggage. So, yeah. Yeah, just connect donation alerts and we can make... Yeah, I'll definitely set it up in the next day or 2. So it'll be in the description of all the videos going forward. Do you trying Russian MRE? No, I've not tried them. I've seen a few different vloggers make videos on them, and I don't really have any inspiration to make one. I guess it's a trending thing at the moment that I probably should. Yeah, I don't like holodets. My wife likes it, and when we go to friends' house, it's always on the table. I don't like it. Sorry. I don't have to like everything in Russia, right? Yeah, this migration policy authorities. I've not had problems. It's just long lines and impatient people when you go there. That's probably the best thing. We go to the one that's in... oh my gosh, it's not where we live. It's another region of Moscow region. It's not Domodedovo. It's out that way, whatever this region is. I don't remember the name now. Vidno. My registration is in Vidno. And that migration office there is just crazy. Yes, now it's too much chat. Lots of love from an Ecuadorian in Belgrade. Oh, now I can't think of any Spanish words. Mucho gusto. I live a few minutes from your house. Maybe we'll meet sometime. Will you practice my English? Absolutely, Vadim. If we go for a walk or go for a walk in a Prelivka, absolutely. It's not a worry to do that. Maybe we need to do like a little speaking club in a Prelivka somehow. All right, everybody. I'm going to wind up the live stream because there's not many. Could I call you Chase? I'm not sure why. One of the few foreigners that don't know poor dirt about Russia, and it shows everything as it is. Yes, Antonium. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I think. Yes, is Nelly? Oh my gosh, Nelly, I'm going to make you a moderator just because I know you. Yes. Let me just press this. And I know that you're in the chat in other videos before. You can apply to work at Russia today. Yes. No. Yes. No. Hi, Russell. Have recently watched several of your videos. Why have you chosen Russia to visit? I haven't get to the point yet. If you are a Russian citizen or just a visitor. Yeah, I'm married to a Russian. I met her 10 years ago. I'm giving you kind of the bullet point thing. I have residency to live here as of last year now. Because of marriage. We got married here at Zags 4 in Moscow, the Belated Palace, and we've chosen to live here now at the moment. I've been to Park Patriot, yes. Have you ever seen the tank biathlon? I haven't, no. I know they do that, and I haven't seen it. I'd love to know when that is around the year schedule. Actually, the last time we went to Park Patriot, I took the Belka car from here, and we drove there. And it's I can see the church at Patriot Park from my window. It's very tiny, but I can see it. But to get there driving, it's like a whole way around. And I want to go back there. I can actually get the bus to Soletino, the marshrutka here, and then I can get another bus that goes there myself and just go without my wife. I really want to go there again and walk around a bit slower, especially around the tank museum side of it all. Yes, Nelly, thank you. You've become a moderator by default. So I don't know if you've commented now since then. So if you want to comment, just so I can see your spanner come up, and maybe you've left the chat already. Yeah, I'm originally from Perth, Australia, Sir Cedar. You're a cool guy. If you want to stay in Russia, we'll be happy. Only too happy. There will be never too much kind people. Thanks. Thank you, everybody. It's a breath of fresh air to see a foreigner having a reverence and respect to the country that they reside in. Thank you. Yes, I will always be like that. There's a thing about this. Like we talk about this when we go on holiday to from Australia. A lot of Australians go to Bali, Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, and then things happen, and they do go to Bali. They do crazy things when they're on holiday, and then they think that because they're on holiday, they're above the law. They can do everything outside of the scope that they do in Australia, and then they get put in jail if they do something seriously wrong, and then they expect the Australian government to bail them out, and it wasn't their fault, and they didn't but if you're going to live in a country, live by the laws and the rules and respect the country you're in, respect the people that you meet or you're interacting with. You're still a foreigner on their land. I'm just talking about this from an Australian who goes to Bali a lot, and it's a thing that's constantly comes up, and other Australians hate it. I don't want to say hate, because they go there and appreciate their holiday time, and then some idiot comes and does stupid things and makes every Australian look bad. So I want to uphold that as an Australian. I've only been to Ufa, outside of Moscow and Moscow region, so not too many places. Trying to communicate, find a contact. Yes, if you want to look me up on the Traveling with Russell Telegram channel, And then there is an option to comment there, and I will find your comment somehow if you just mention things. Yeah, I saw Patriot Park. I saw the Patriot Park Church 3 weeks this winter when I was there in the middle of COVID hospital, guessing they're in the mobile COVID hospital, guessing whether life will go on or not. Yeah, it's a pretty amazing place, that the museum. When I went with my wife, we walked, there's a big circular museum around the edges of this huge church, and it sort of talks about the Great Patriotic War on the day 1 till day 1400 or something, 1400 day. It's insane. It's very moving and very touching and very difficult for some people that are there. There's these digital screens where you can put your family name in, and it will bring up people. Like my wife did it with her auntie's family, and we found the people in her family that were involved with conflicts. So yeah, Nelly, just basically use your what do you call this? Moderator skills, how you see fit. I don't expect, if you want to translate anything, that's completely fine, but anything that's just said untoward, just either delete it or hide it or whatever is the thing you do when you do it. Alex, can I say something in Russian? I don't know any real Russian. Yeti Bella Blue, I said that before. Осторожно, видео кровается. Заправка насправа, пожалуйста. Which is, it's when you ask the bus driver to stop at the petrol station when it comes down to a Prelivka. It has to stop on the side of Kiev Highway, Kievki Shusay. Show some smaller cities. Yes, I just don't get out enough far enough to do that. My wife doesn't want to always come with me either. I haven't been to St. Petersburg, no. Wow. Yo, dude, where do you live? What city? I live in a Prelivka in southwest of Moscow. If you're from Russia, if you know that there's 3 major airports in Moscow, and the one that's predominantly for the domestic and charter flights is Vnukovo Airport. I live close by that. It's still a fair way away, but it's in that region of Moscow. We're so glad that you're a neighbor. Thank you. Today is also my mum's birthday. Yeah, mine was a few days ago. Let me say, actually tomorrow effectively would be, I'm not sure if it's celebrated in Russia, if you like, but there's the 11th of November is Remembrance Day. 11:11, and then at 11 minutes past 11 in the morning time, depending on where you are, there's a pause for remembrance, and they have like a minute silence. Real Russian kvass. I don't like kvass, even the real one or the one in the grocery stores. I'm sorry, I don't like everything in Russia. So thank you for the many happy returns. Yes, LLC. I was reading that today about the Investec companies, which is Zara and all of these, Bershka, Pull and Bear, have just now sold out to another local company, and the LLC is the name of the company or the part of their company name, you know. So where would I like to visit the most? I'd like to go all the way over to Vladivostok. I would really like to go on the Trans-Siberian Railway. I think this is like no time in the world better than while I'm living here, and I can literally go to a train station, buy a ticket, and do it. But I need to do it. I really like to go with somebody else who wants to do it as well. I'm sure there's like train enthusiasts who want to do that same trip. Yes, 11/11 is also my birthday. Wow. 1/1/1/1/1/1. Yes. 11/11/11. You're not that old, are you, Bear Bull? I don't think you are. With 11/11/11/11. Oh, Zangiv. Congratulations. Thank you. I think, have you been in the chat a while, or have you just popped in? Zangiv is another YouTuber in Russia, if anyone knows him or knows his channel. By the way, Zangiv, I'll just put that up right there for you. Just for you, Zangiv. Yeah. So, would you like to learn Russian? I'd like to learn a little bit more than what I know. Wow, how fast is the chat? Holy smoke. Um, yes. Guys, I'm going to end the chat 1000% in 6 minutes. No, 5 minutes. Okay. If there's somehow a 5 minute clock that I can put up, 5 minute stopwatch. There's such a thing as a stopwatch that you can get on online stopwatch. Can I do this or not? How do you change the time? Split. How do you put, oh, timer. That's what we need. And we want to put 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Done. All right, start. There we go. So, oh, you're 11 years my senior. I got it. Thank you, Bebel. Thank you. Yes, Lake Baikal. Yeah, if I did that Trans-Siberian Railway, I think I'd end up going through that region where Lake Baikal is. I join usually for 5 or 10 minutes. Not my case. You don't want to, Zangiv, I can make you with a spanner just for free, even for the 5 minutes that you're always here. Yeah, I'm exploding on the subs. Yes. Let's go back. 41, 178. Yeah, it's a little bit crazy. So yeah, exactly 4 minutes from now, guys. Goose on style. I'm not going to say crazy, but I've seen car crashes on the highways, and that's crazy. I'm sorry, but there's obviously a lot of other things that happen in Russia as a country, and there's a lot of good and bad things that happen in Russia. You can laugh at a lot of things, but car accidents. There was one recently here, like if anyone is in Moscow and watching from Moscow and see social media, there was one, it probably made all around, where there was a bus parked, there was a taxi behind it. Sorry, I've got not enough hands now. And the lady opened the door to get in the back seat, and a truck essentially went into the back of the car, into the back of the bus. I'm sorry to talk about it, but it's hard to watch that video. And that lady and that taxi driver, obviously that was that. But that's probably the craziest things. I didn't see that physically. I wasn't there, but I saw it online. I've seen car accidents on the highways here. We've been involved in one as well when we were going to our friend's dacha back in summer. And I could see the fear on my wife and her friend's face that, that was scary to see. We walked away from it. Everybody was fine. But yeah, if you saw that, yes. How's it going? I'm doing good, Don. Yeah, we're going to wind up in 2 minutes. So, guys, I'll just take that off the screen. Where's the one that I take that off the screen? That one. I'll leave this one on the screen. Oh. Yes. Thank you, everybody, for watching Traveling with Russell. I'm going to do a 2 minute wind up here because I'm usually like this. A massive thank you for all the likes on the channel, on any video you've watched on this live stream. I will do more frequent live streams. If you guys like that, of course, let me know. If anyone would like to comment on the video once it's finished, you're more than welcome to put a thumbs up and a comment at the end of the video. And I will try to catch up with the comments on this video, not what's in the live stream now, but in the comments of the video once it's ended. I hope that makes sense. Yes. Thank you, everybody. Again, thanks if you're watching to the end like this. Maybe you're watching on a replay. I don't know if you've made it through the whole time. This is typically I'd like to go for 2 hours on a live stream. I know that's long, but I'm more than happy to go for 2 hours. I'm trying to get it to that point. Where is Zangiv? I'm going to make him a moderator, and he's going to send me messages in 5 minutes' time that he doesn't like it. And hopefully he's going to put a quick comment. If I can just get to the bottom of this. Yes. Thank you, Nelly, for being a new moderator. Ironwood, thank you. Thanks for being, if you're a channel member. I'm not doing enough for channel members. I'd like to do more, especially if I do community posts for you guys, it's completely different to the public ones. So if you do become a channel member, I do more personal ones. I do photos of my wife approves me to use. Feel lucky to caught the stream. Thank you, Elizabeth. Yes. Where did your name go? Is the chat going that fast? I guess it is. Yes, I think the countdown timer here has got to my end of my wind up here. Thank you guys for the birthday wishes. I know it was a few days ago. Again, it was a belated birthday. Thank you for everybody that posted happy birthdays to me. Thanks to the super chats. Thanks. Again, there is the link to SberBank in there if you do want to do that. That's completely up to you. And I will set up the new versions that people mentioned as well. So yeah, thank you, everybody. I see the comments are going very fast now. Hopefully it's all nice comments. There's a few that are in Russian again. If I can give you one tip, uncreative in Carbon Diablo X, is get a shorter channel name if you want to be successful on YouTube. Because I'd never remember that channel name. Yes. Thank you, everybody. All right. Your channel is growing so fast. The new mod will be a big help. Yes. Thank you, Matthias. People left. If anyone wants to join the Traveling with Russell Telegram channel, you're welcome to. Again, I just post my day-to-day things. It's kind of like a bit of an Instagram style where people just post what's happening or what they're doing or what they've seen recently. Yeah. All right. I'm going to end the live stream. I'm going to just whip that away. That one. And we'll end on this one. And it's jumped a little bit more again. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for the interesting stream. Gigo Chad. Thank you. Oh, now I can breathe a little. I'm going to open the window in the kitchen. Even though it's cold, it just get a little hot air. We'll get a little bit of the hot air out of the kitchen now. So I'm off. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. We'll see you again for another live stream a few days from now, or maybe towards the weekend. Yeah. Bye, everybody.